How's everybody doing today? Wow, man. Bunch of stuff to talk about today. This is Corey Lee's Boxing. We're definitely here to give you another banger. So yeah, man. I got a couple people coming in today too, man. They're just getting themselves together. I hope everybody's having a beautiful Wednesday. And it might be Thursday where you're at, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's a lot going on right now in the world of boxing right now, you know what I mean? And I mean, you got Mikey Garcia adamantly, you know what I mean, calling out, you know what I mean, Errol Spence every chance he gets. I mean, he's just every time he gets a chance, you know what I mean, he's calling out, you know what I mean, Errol Spence. You know what I mean? I just don't know why he keeps doing that. It's one of those type of deals, man, where, you know what I mean, Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia, you know what I mean, could be a future matchup. You know what I mean? What's going on, everybody? Smash that like button. You know what I mean? Smash the hell out of that like button, baby. Corey Lee's Boxing. We're in the house again, man. You already know, man. But yeah, man, you know what I mean? Mikey Garcia right now, and he's calling out Errol Spence again. You know what I mean? He cannot keep this guy's name out of his mouth. Every chance he gets, he's calling his name out. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think that he's serious? Do you guys think that he's ready to move up 2 weight divisions to fight, you know what I mean, arguably the best welterweight? You know what I mean? What's going on, Suleiman? What's up, my brother?
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, Corey?
All right, man. Suleiman's back on in the building, man. Yeah, man. So, right now we're talking about, you know what I mean? Mikey Garcia calling out Errol Spence, man. It's one of those type of deals, man, where, you know what I mean, you gotta look at it for full face value. You know what I mean? Mikey Garcia has challenged himself before. You know what I mean? He's went up to 140 and challenged himself and went back down and vacated the 140-pound title, man. So it's one of those type of deals, man, where, you know what I mean? Is he serious? You know what I mean? Do you guys think Mikey Garcia is serious right now? Timothy Hightower, what's good, fam? He says, would love to see that upset. Black Cam TV, this another banger. You already know, my brother. Daniel Johnson, that's crazy for him to do that, but I respect it. I hope he's not just trying to get the spotlight. Could be doing that as well. Boxing is me. What's going on? He says Mikey Garcia is crazy. Yeah, Blackham says, what's up, chat? Bob Jack, he says, Mikey, be careful what you wish for. Spence is a little different than Broner. Ha ha. You already know, man. It's one of those type of deals, man. But yeah, what's going on, Suleiman? How you feeling today, man?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling real good, man. That I'm happy to be in your show. You having me on, and I think this fight right there, Errol Spence. I mean, he needs to fight. He needs opponents. So if this gentleman feels like he could go up to and fill that post and as an opponent for Errol Spence, then so be it. But the problem is, I'm hearing from a lot of people that have for him that they just is the power factor, the punching power factor. He's a true welterweight and he's a big welterweight at that time, and he's very aggressive, and he does land his shots. So, he has a boxing ability, Mikey Garcia. He's a fourth division champion, but can he take the 147-pound punching power of Errol Spence? And
Do you personally, and this goes for everybody in the chat. Okay, we got Boxing is Me says, I don't think Mikey can transfer power up to 147. Then he also says, boxing is me also says, if Errol Spence fights Mikey Garcia or Jesse Vargas, that's a cherry pick. Wow. Rick Garcia says Team Garcia all day. Hey, Rick Garcia, do you think Mikey Garcia can beat Errol Spence Jr.? Wow, man. This is crazy, man. These guys are really coming out of the woodworks. Daniel Johnson says at Corey Lee Boxing. The sad thing is even Robert Garcia doesn't want that fight for his brother anytime soon. I seen that. Smash the hell out of that like button and please subscribe, you guys. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. I thank you for all the love and support. So right now, Suleiman, can Mikey Garcia move up to 147 and do the unthinkable and beat Errol Spence Jr.? They're both on PBC. This is a fight that definitely can get made. What do you think, Suleiman? Wow. And for everybody else, man, we got, Black Horseman's on the way, man. We got some other people coming on tonight, man. So it's gonna be a great show, you guys. Just stay tuned, you know what I mean? Suleiman, what's going on though? What do you think? I mean, can that power transfer?
Okay,
Wow.
the situation that a lot of these fighters that are fighting Errol Spence are afraid of his power. Okay, and Mikey Garcia, the only chance he has a great boxing technique. He has a skill asset of boxing. All he got to do is stay away from the punching power of Errol Spence for the first half of the fight. Box, look for openings because he knows that Errol Spence is gonna test him out. And with the punching power early, that's what he did in his last opponent. His last opponent was boxing him, and he decided to use his punching power in the body. And as soon as the body work came up, the opponent couldn't deal with the punching power, and it was a first round knockout. So I mean, is Mikey Garcia willing to be upset early in this fight? I mean, that's gonna be an embarrassing loss, you know. I mean,
do you think Mikey Garcia can handle those vicious body shots by Errol Spence Jr., Suleiman?
Well, he's a lightweight right now. The present time, he came up to 140 for one
but
fight.
Suleiman, he came up to 140. What do you think about that? Do you think he looked good at 140? That's only 7 more pounds after that.
I mean, that's 7 pounds, boss. Like you just said, 7 pounds. That's a different division. These guys are smacking guys with body shots and using massive snap, and they have 8-ounce gloves. I mean, that's the last division you get to use those gloves. So, I mean, is this guy willing to have an embarrassing loss on his resume like that? You know, I mean, I know Errol Spence is looking for opponents, but I don't know. I don't think my answer to your question is I don't think Mikey Garcia could deal with a punching power Errol Spence. Not too many 140 pounders, not too many 147 pounds could deal with that punching power, and it's consistent. It is a consistent.
Timothy Hightower says if Mikey can transfer enough power to the welterweight to keep Spence off him, he has the skills to win. Wow. Then Joe Lopez says Mikey has a habit of saying outrageous things to stay in the limelight. Learned it from Floyd Mayweather Jr. Wow. Okay. I mean, so to touch on that real quick, Suleiman and everybody out there, do you guys think that Mikey Garcia is just saying this to stay in the limelight? I mean, do you guys think that, Mikey Garcia right now does not mean business and does not truly want that smoke at 147? You know what I mean? With Errol Spence Jr.? What do you feel about that, Suleiman? I mean, he's just saying this?
I don't think he's serious about the fight. A contract obviously will not be made unless there's big money offered for the fight, and he's gonna have to change his style of fighting. He's too much in the pocket. He's gonna have to box. He's gonna have to rely more on his jab, at least for the first couple of rounds. And he's gonna have to learn how to fight a southpaw by boxing, which is he's gonna have to use the jab, right, and move more to the left. Move more to his left, and when he sees a chance, throw left hooks to the body because that's the most exposable area and Errol Spence. But the problem
Black Horseman?
Can he deal with a punching power?
What's happening, Corey Lee?
Yeah, what's up, man? What's going on, Black Horseman? We got Black Horseman Promotions.com in the building, man. How you doing today, my brother?
Doing good, man. Just handle some business today. But what's going on, man? What's the topic today, brother?
Oh, man, the topic, man. Mikey Garcia is saying if Lomachenko is not ready next, Errol Spence Jr. could possibly be on the menu. That's what he wants. Wow.
Yeah, that's wow. I mean, so he confident he confident he gonna get past Robert Easton. He already looking at Lomo and Errol Spence.
Easter Bunny. Oh
man, hey, a lot of people starting to change they I'm not gonna say they changing their picks, but they kind of like looking at this like, man, this could be a more competitive fight than they think. You know, Robert Easter is under he's training with Cunningham now. And I think it's gonna be competitive, bro. I think it's gonna be competitive. I feel like if it goes the distance, man, Robert Easter could probably edge out a decision. You know?
Wow, you think Robert Easter Jr. can beat Mikey Garcia, and the Errol Spence or Lomachenko fight won't happen after that? I mean, let's be honest, you guys. I mean, Mikey Garcia, for all intents and purposes, everybody, smash that like button and please subscribe. Let's get those likes up, man. Let's get that visibility up, man. Come on, man. Let's go through the roof tonight, man. So right now, you know what I mean? And that's another thing I want to ask you too, Black Horseman, because I asked Suleiman before you came on. You know, let's be honest. If Mikey Garcia loses to Robert Easter Jr. for having one of the best records in boxing, Mikey Garcia's that it will go. It'll lose all notoriety, I feel, because right now, you know what I mean? Errol Spence touched on it on the Breakfast Club interview. He said, you know, Floyd Mayweather fucked it up for every fighter. You know what I mean? Back in the day, a fighter takes an L or takes a loss or two, you're good. You go back, you go to the drawing board, you fight another fighter, you snap back out of it, and you win again. You know, you're good. But Floyd Mayweather set the ceiling so high for this generation that, you know, if you catch that first loss, you know what I mean? It's hard to bounce back. Now, we've seen, you know, Canelo Alvarez do it, but that's far few in between, my brothers and sisters.
You ready for this?
Uh-oh.
All right, man. Let me say something about that. Because, you know, I heard him say that on Breakfast Club, Errol Spence, about Floyd set the ceiling so high. Now, that's bullshit, bro. Because Floyd fought top competition, man. He fought future Hall of Famers. Floyd was not, you know what I'm saying, taking light-ass touches, man. When you look at Floyd, vintage Floyd in his prime, Pretty Boy Floyd, all the way up to Money Mayweather, you look at his resume, Canelo, Cotto. He fought Guerrero coming off a victory over Berto. He fought, I mean, the list goes on, dog. Pacquiao. You know, he fought high-risk fights. But these fighters right nowadays are looking at Floyd's end record and not looking at what he did during to maintain his record. He was fighting top competition, bro. He was fighting top competition. But what these fighters are trying to do now is they're trying to fight low competition so they can get their record up, keep that old for a long period of time, and then when it gets down towards the end of their career, then they want to get a mega fight. And they want to make sure it's enough money to where if they lose, then they're walking away with a big, you know, with a big piece of cash in they, you know what I'm saying, they bank account. So I ain't going for all of that, bro. They trying to throw Floyd in the mix. I wish Floyd would respond to that, man. Like, yo, man, I fought champions, bro. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was fighting champions, man. You know, he was fighting future Hall of Famers and all of that shit, man. You know, he fought Canelo when Canelo was considered #1 pound for pound, and Floyd stepped on him. Wow. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not feeling that when they try to throw Floyd in there and say, oh, Floyd set the bar high. Well, if Floyd set the bar high, y'all not living up to it because Floyd was fighting. Remember when Floyd signed that Showtime deal?
Bro, yeah.
You look at
that like button and subscribe, you guys.
You got to look at the lineup of fighters that Floyd was fighting. He wasn't fighting bums, bro. He fought Guerrero. He fought.
So do you feel like this generation right now is not doing the same?
Pussy.
Wow.
Pussy ass generation of fighters right here, bro.
Oh man.
And they are, look, it's like the Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran. That was probably like the toughest era where the fighters, like, they was fighting so much. And see, look, the thing about it, at that time, they wasn't worried about protecting their O. Because guess what? If you beat them, guess what? They got that rematch. And then the person that lost might win. And guess what? You got a trilogy. You know what I mean? You look at Ali, Thriller in Manila.
Yeah.
You know, Frazier beat him. He came back. He beat Frazier. Then they had a third fight.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? These motherfuckers so worried about losing. and they acting like if they lose, they're gonna lose their money, they're gonna lose their fans. Where's when? When in history has that been true? Because the ones that step up to the plate and fight the high risk fights, them the most popular fighters. Whether you win, lose or draw, you will get the most respect. You was making the most money, and you had the most fans. The fighters that's the most remembered, none of them was undefeated. You got a few of them, but the most popular ones, they got hella L's.
I think they all got L's. Yeah, I think they all pretty much got L's. I mean, Muhammad Ali had what, 4 or 5 L's? I mean, you know,
six or seven.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know, some of those ones towards the end of Muhammad Ali's career, I don't think
he was already declining.
Yeah, I don't think he should have been fighting. Like I personally feel like, I feel like, and that's another thing I want to. Let me ask you, Suleiman, how do you feel about fighters' O's and stuff like that? Do you feel like today's era, because Suleiman's a little bit older than me, you know what I mean, and you as well, Black Horseman. So Suleiman will know he grew up in the, you know what I mean, in different eras, you know what I mean? So right now, do you feel like Suleiman in this era, do you feel like these fighters are scared to let that O go as opposed to the older fighters? How do you feel about that, Suleiman?
Well, yeah, I agree. The O became an issue with Floyd Mayweather when he got into the picture. I mean, Floyd Mayweather wasn't fighting the top opponent in every division, so he exaggerated the O a lot to make himself more credible. But in my era, those fighters had losses on the resume. Durant got knocked out cold by Thomas Hearns and rebounded from that.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? So you got to see fighters perform at a different level, even with the loss, come back from a loss, go train and beat another opponent, or implement another game.
So how do you feel about the opponents of today's age? What's going on? What's going on, Mandine Jr.? What's going on, Mike James Boxing? Let's salute Alex Santos, Larissa Johnson, Emmanuel, Mark Stanton. What's going on, everybody? But yeah, so how do you feel like, what I'm pretty much trying to ask you to sum it up, Suleiman, is the fighters of that era, you know what I mean? Having 3 or 4 or 5 losses or 1 or 2 losses, you know what I mean? That did not affect those fighters of that generation. I feel like the fighters of this generation, once you get 1 loss, you're done for. It's a wrap. Do you agree?
Go ahead, Suleiman.
Yeah, I agree in a sense. I think the fighters are hitting much more harder now. The fighters are training more. There's much more markability. It's easier to get hurt now because you're getting hit much harder than back in the day. The gloves are made to hit much harder. Also the competition is much higher. I mean, you got much more belts, much more everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody and his mother wants to be a promoter, and everybody wants to be a champion. So it's much harder now to be in the main fighter, the apex predator, and you have to be much more into the game to be that predator than back in the day. That's the problem. So
go ahead, Black Horseman. Wow.
Okay. Well, so you said that. Well, y'all believe that once you get a loss in this era, that you pretty much done.
Well, I feel like I shouldn't be that way. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna still respect a fight anyways. You know, my top 3 favorite fighter is Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? Or top 5 or whatever. He has a loss. You know what I mean? That does not change my view about him. You know what I mean? At all. Completely at all. You know what I mean? Right. I still view Danny Garcia the same exact way I did before he got that L. And I do truly think, for the people that's out there listening, I do think it matters on how you got that L. Truth be told. Truth be told. You know what I mean? If you get cold cocked and you don't even move like Amir Khan on the Canelo, that L is a different L than getting a split decision loss because one judge seen it somebody else's way. That's totally different. You know what I'm saying? But if you get cold cocked and it's a wrap for you and you're like, lifeless on the ground, you got to weigh those 2 different L's different. You know, like the old saying is, L is a L and a W is a W. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. But when you get cold cocked and you're laying on the ground and you're not moving, I feel like that's a little bit different than a split decision loss. You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, when you brought up Danny
and
Garcia,
from what you're saying, Black Horseman and Suleiman, I don't think fans, should judge a fighter on one loss. But I feel like fans are very fickle these days. You guys know that. Suleiman's been through a couple different eras, and Black Horseman, you've seen a couple eras as well, or era or two, and it's. I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in all intents and purposes, he kind of did fuck it up. There's fighters out here now with one loss and two losses and, could still get a counter of herself. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Canelo Alvarez has one loss. That has not affected him. He's still pay-per-view. So there's certain aspects of this where it does not affect you. You know what I'm saying?
And you know why it don't affect him? Because he lost to the #1 fighter in the sport. Wasn't like he lost to a bum. You know what I mean? And Danny Garcia, yeah, he got one loss, but he lost to arguably the #1 welterweight, even though he's inactive right now. But at that particular time, Keith Thurman was that dude. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like he lost to fucking, you know what I'm saying, a bum like a Devin. I'm not gonna say a bum, Devin Alexander or something, but I'm just saying like a low quality welterweight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you look at Danny Garcia's resume. He's taking risk, man.
Mm-hmm.
He takes risk. That's why he got such a high fan base. This is why he's making good paydays.
But I feel like Danny Garcia, they all they do with Danny Garcia is a lot of fans. They all they eye in on is the lower caliber fighters he was fighting in between layoffs and in between fights. I feel like a lot of casual fans do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? They always put cherries in his, in his Instagram comments. They're always calling Danny Garcia a cherry picker. But I still feel Danny Garcia's got one of the best resumes in boxing, in the world of boxing right now. In the whole world of boxing.
He's got the best, he got the best resume at the welterweight division.
That are still active fighters.
Yeah, it's undeniable, and that's why I think Errol Spence, a lot of people felt like, why would he pick Errol? They said, why would Errol Spence say that he wants Danny Garcia rather than Porter? Because of Danny Garcia's a name. And Danny Garcia has a long list of fighters he's beat. Man, his resume is tremendous. So if you get Danny Garcia on your resume, you know what I'm saying, on your resume, you like, damn, you beat Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? Thurman can, he got that on his resume. He got Danny Garcia on his resume. That's big. You know what I mean? Danny ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Just like no small time fighter. But also to add on to what y'all talking about with these guys, that if they take an L, it's over for them. That's really up to the fighter. If the fighter doesn't show no confidence and he acts like, you know what, I'm done. Like say Luis Ortiz after getting knocked out by Deontay Wilder. If he feels like, you know what, this is it for me, man, because I lost, then guess what? You are done. You are done. But if you come back and you like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna work my way back. I'm gonna fight myself back up to the top of the ranks, and I'm gonna go back after that the WBC champion. Then guess what? You're not done. You're not done. So that's up to the fighter, man. But if the fighters allow critics and fans and these people, negative people, to get in their head and say, oh man, you got a loss now. Like if somebody tell Danny Garcia, if he didn't have a strong mind and they was telling Danny Garcia, hey man, you lost, bro, you done. He would stop fighting.
What's going on, Alex Moore, DeAndre Taylor? What's going on, everybody in the chat, man? Smash the hell out of that like button. If you haven't, please subscribe, man. You know what I mean? And women out there. But right now, me and Suleiman were touching on before we got into that whole taking a loss discussion is Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia. I mean, god damn. This topic has been very, very much so talked about lately. You know what I mean? In the last month or two, it's been a hot topic. I'm not gonna lie, man. I mean, because let's be honest, we gotta hold, Mikey Garcia accountable, and we gotta show him some type of respect because he did challenge himself. You know what I mean? He did come from 126, and he did challenge himself. You know what I mean? He's came from the bottom and came up. You know what I mean? He's came from a long stint layoff because Mr. Bob Arum was, excuse my language, fucking him over on a fucking deal. You know what I mean? I mean, he was, and for all intents and purposes, Bob Arum had him, had him at his free will. You know, he had to take that shit to court and finally won. And 2.5 years later, then we got Mikey Garcia. You know what I mean? And I don't blame Mikey Garcia for not signing to anybody right now. You know what I mean? If you've been through what Mikey Garcia's been through on the outside of boxing, you know, on the business side of boxing, you probably wouldn't sign to anybody as well. You know? What do you guys feel about that? You know, Mikey Garcia calling out Errol Spence, and you know, Mikey Garcia making business moves. And do you think do you guys think that Mikey Garcia is serious? Is he serious?
I mean, he's saying all the right things to make sure he's relevant, bro. Whether he's serious or not, you know, it's good marketing, man. For him to call out Errol Spence, you know, but I really think that it's weight class for a reason. He has not officially fought no one at 147 yet. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, Alex Moore, you get timed out, bro. We got women in here, man. Stop, you know, talking that type of language in here, bro. But yeah, what'd you say though, Black Horseman?
I was saying he hasn't officially fought anyone at the 147 division. Am I right or wrong?
Who? Oh no, Mikey Garcia. No sir, no sirree, no sirree.
So okay, that's perfect for Black Horseman saying. I don't mean to interrupt, but he's never felt the punching power of true welterweight, and that's a world-class welterweight. Okay, even a lot of people saying that even Terrence Crawford hasn't felt the true punching power of welterweight. Okay, he fought Jeff Moon. Jeff Moon thought that he was going to combo against his punching power. That's why he used that in the game. He didn't box. Okay, he kept lunging at him, trying to smother him with his punching power, and it didn't work. So but this gentleman here, Errol Spence, he knows how to use his punching power, and they say even he's gonna go against that punching power. So I don't think Mikey Garcia is ready for that game. He needs to be acclimated to the weight,
you don't think Mikey Garcia is ready for Errol Spence, Suleiman?
That's a negative. I mean, he has to acclimate himself to weight. We have to be professionals here.
Okay. All right.
First.
Suleiman's on it today, Black Horseman. Oh shit! You breaking up a little bit, Black Horseman. I can't hear you. Breaking up. You breaking up severely, Black Horseman. What'd you say?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You were just very muffled. What'd you say now?
My bad. I said I don't know what Terrence Crawford had to do with that. You know, I don't know why he brought him up, but I mean, like I stated, you know, there is weight classes for a reason, and I think that you know, he definitely need to focus on, you know, make up his mind on what division he need to be, because you know, I don't really like fighters that go up, down, and go back up and then go back down and do all of that shit, man. You're gonna eventually get your ass hurt.
So that's what I'm asking you, Black Horseman. I'm truly asking you: is Mikey Garcia? Does he truly think he can beat Errol Spence? And do you think what he's saying about fighting Errol Spence? Do you think he has some substance behind it?
Man, I believe it when I see it happen, bro.
But we do, but for all intents and purposes, come on now, for everybody in the chat as well, Mikey Garcia did win titles at 126 pounds, 130 pounds, 135 pounds, and 140. I mean, where does he stop? I mean, he went back down to 135. Normally when fighters go up, they normally don't come back down. That's being honest. You know what I mean? You know,
it's called man down.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, you don't mind if I chew up for a minute? I mean, also, how the IVF is supposed to be the most strictest sanctioning body? How are they going to sanction this fight? I mean, the guy never fought at 147, right? Why? How is the IBF going to sanction this fight? He never fought at 147. He's going to have to take a couple of fights at 147.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the IBF will sanction. I mean, you're dealing with a 4-time weight division champion. You know what I mean? And you're not dealing with no Joe Schmo off the streets. You know what I mean? If they were willing to schedule the Carlos Ocampos fight, you know what I mean, for the Errol Spence, you know what I mean, they're willing to, you know what I mean, sanction this fight, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Carlos Ocampo didn't fight one time in America. We didn't know anything about, Carlos Ocampos, but what YouTube had. You know what I mean? I mean, we've never seen him in our own eyes fight. You know what I mean? Some guys say they seen him on boxing at Azteca or some shit. I mean, my personal opinion, I'm a hardcore. I never seen him fight live. You know what I mean? Carlos Ocampos. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, we got to see him for the fight to get sanctioned. But what I am saying is, you're dealing with, you know what I mean, a 4-time champion in 4 different weight classes from a relatively unknown fighter, Carlos Ocampos in Mexico that fought Errol Spence. You know what I mean? So I think if anybody should get sanctioned, it should be Mikey Garcia. And I think Mikey Garcia lasts, longer than Carlos Ocampos. I mean, come on, man. I think he puts up I think and this is what I want to ask everybody in chat and everybody listening, man. Deontay Taylor says Mikey Garcia don't want that smoke. His ring IQ strong, but jumping up to fight the baddest man in the division, especially Spence, is crazy, yo. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. That's what's up. But what I want to ask everybody is, you know what I mean, when it comes down to it, when Mikey Garcia, is fighting, Robert Easter Jr. and he's really, he's really looking past Robert Easter Jr. at this present second. He's giving Robert Garcia no respect. Zero. Robert Easter Jr., does he have any respect right now from Mikey Garcia's camp? For all intents and purposes, Robert Garcia, Mikey Garcia's head trainer and brother, he pretty much said, I don't want to see that Errol Spence fight anytime soon. Hey, that might be a telltale sign, Mikey. Shut your damn mouth, dude.
Mikey a little arrogant, bro. I think Mikey might be a little arrogant.
Man. He's an arrogant fucker, man. He's definitely arrogant. But you kind of got to be in this sport, though. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that level
arrogant
of confidence.
Sells. Yeah, arrogant sells.
Arrogant and confidence is 2 different things, but yeah, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you mind if I cut in there for a minute?
Go ahead,
I think the fight here with Robert Easter Jr. He drained himself too much, and he's been in that division way too long. Okay?
Wow.
He's gonna be a welterweight. The reason also he fights on the inside. He fights on the inside. And he knows, Mikey Garcia knows, as clear as day, that he's gonna land a power shot. When he lands one of those home crunching power shots at the 135, that's where he's the most dangerous. It's gonna be a wrap. So that's why he doesn't. The guy is fighting a wrong fight unless he starts boxing and moving and respecting Mikey. He has a chance.
Hey,
if he's gonna fight on the inside, forget about it. He's gonna get knocked out 1 or 2 rounds. And then that's why Mikey Garcia is bored of rolling over these fighters. He wants to move up to a more division that he's gonna have a competitive fight. He wants to fight a guy like Errol Spence, or he's gonna have to box. Yo,
the chat is going crazy. Yo, Mikey Garcia, Boxing is Me says Mikey Garcia puts up a good fight, but he's going to be a fat 147 pounder. At 140. He was chubby. That's true too, you guys.
Yeah,
he had that little handle around, his midsection a little bit. Just saying, you guys. Mikey Garcia for to touch on that, him being fat and stuff like that. Mikey Garcia has never been, a fucking ripped, Errol Spence ripped to the core, fucking diced to the pineapples physique fighter. Mikey Garcia is probably never going to be that. You know what I mean? His 6-pack is sometimes not visible. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest. You know what I'm saying? So, Mikey Garcia, if you're looking for, him to be diced to the pineapples and fucking, ripped to the core, you're probably not going to find that in Mikey Garcia. Just saying, you know what I mean? Look at his brother. Look at his dad. You know what I mean? They've never been ripped to the core. You know what I mean? Bloodline has a lot to do with it as well. You know what I mean? So my personal opinion is, I don't think that he's going to be, I don't think he's going to be diced to the pineapples. I don't think he's going to be ripped to the core.
Roberto Duran wasn't diced to the pineapples either, and he became an accomplished multiple world champion, and he beat a lot of welterweights. And also Juan Diaz, another unified lightweight champion, Juan Baby Bull Diaz, remember him? He wasn't diced to the bone either, and he was a multiple world champion at 135. So we cannot look at the body structure. That we got to look at the skill asset. And Mikey Garcia has boxing ability. He has a mesh between punching power, but the thing is, he's gonna have to be on the defensive against these guys. Robert Easter Jr. I think this is the wrong fight for him completely. I think he's just hungry to fight a marquee opponent. Um, they say he fought credible opponents at that division, but he's been in that division way too long. I don't see what variable he could do to beat Mikey Garcia. I don't see what could he bring into the game. He doesn't have the punching power. He doesn't box. He stays on the inside. He's gonna get killed.
So what do you think? Oh, hold on. We got World Breaker. What's going on, World Breaker fighting in the chat? We got Miss Boxing Fanatic in the chat. We got Mitchell DK. What's going on, my brother? We got Bracy1 in the chat. What's going on, man? Salute to the fam out there, man. Y'all showing a lot of love today on this beautiful Wednesday? My bad. But yeah, boxing, BlackHorsemanPromotions.com. Who do you got, Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter? Break that fight down for me, my brother, because I heard you were touching on a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel for Robert Easter in that fight. Hey. Hey. I mean, because he's looking. Because I mean, let's be honest, man. Mikey Garcia is looking past Robert Easter, no matter which way you cut it.
Looking past Robert Easter, man.
I mean, yeah, Robert Easter. Mikey Garcia is looking past Robert Easter. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. How would we put it? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely looking past him. And, it might be a mistake for him to be looking past him, man. I think that Robert Easter is definitely taking this fight definitely serious. He's got Cunningham. I believe he's more disciplined than Broner. I think we all can agree on that. So I think that he's going to be definitely able to apply the game plan much more effective than Broner did, because Broner, he just kind of has these little unconscious moments in the fight, man. And I think it's from all them shots that he took in his career. Matter of fact, Fanon, I believe, just stated on a live stream that Broner announced his retirement, but we can get to that in a minute. But
whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Breaking news! Hold up! Breaking. Is that true? How you gonna just ride by that joint, man? That can't be no drive-by joint, man.
Because Broner is also
because of what he says. Yeah.
Because Broner also said he wanted to kill himself too. So we gonna
Oh, I feel you. Go ahead.
So it could be true, it may not be true. So, but we can get back to that in a second because Fanon did put up a video. But
shout out to Fanon, the OG. 78. Shout out, man. You already know, man. Corey Lee. I take a lot of notes from you guys. Go ahead, though, Black Horse.
Yeah, but I think that if it goes the distance, man, I think Robert Easter definitely has a chance of edging out a decision, man, because he just needs to fight correctly, man. Use his height, use his reach, and keep Mikey at bay, because Mikey can be hit. I've definitely seen him make a lot of defensive mistakes in there, and he just needs to exploit them. But if he's able to catch Robert Easter and knock him down, I believe that's going to definitely favor
Does
Mikey.
Robert Easter have a good chin? Is his chin been tested? How do you rate his chin? Does he? Is it reasonable? Is it sturdy?
He's never tested canvas, man.
Oh, that's a good point. Hey, I gotta give him credit on that. And he's been in there with some good fighters. I think Richard Comey was his best fight, man. I love that fight. If you haven't and you don't know anything about if you don't know anything about Robert Easter Jr., go to the Robert Easter Jr. versus Richard Comey fight. That shit was an awesome fight. Slugfest, baby. We salute those type of fights here at Corey Lee Boxing, man.
Yeah, man. So he's never tested canvas. So, I mean, so far, man, his chin has definitely held up, although he's taken a lot of shots, man, a lot of punishment, I feel, in certain fights to where he really shouldn't have taken a lot of them punches. It's because of what Suleiman said, man. He finds himself on the inside a lot.
Yeah, and Suleiman, that was a good,
So, every now and then Suleiman drops some jewels on y'all niggas. Yeah. You gotta be ready.
I gotta appreciate that, Suleiman. That was good right there. I like that, Suleiman. That was pretty good.
I'm just fucking with him. But yeah, man, he just can't. If he falls on the inside with Mikey, it's man down for sure. And then he can start screaming after the real man down, which is Errol Spence. And then, but until he gets past Robert Easter, man, he shouldn't be talking about nothing with Lomachenko, or definitely not Errol Spence. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, if he that confident, man, if he just walks through Robert Easter, I would definitely want to see him get in there with Lomo right after that. But nah, not Errol Spence, man. Take your time, bro. I get it. He probably trying to be what 5-time, world champ, 5-time champion, 5 different weight
Five
classes.
division champion.
You know what I
Wow.
mean? And that'll be a great accomplishment, man. But why would you want to select Errol Spence, man? Like of all people. I mean, I could see if somebody like, you know what I mean? I think it would be no, I was gonna say Garcia, but I was like, I was thinking about Danny. If Danny got the WBC strap and Danny gave him my opportunity, I was thinking maybe that would be a competitive fight, but nah, I just think Danny will stop him. But you know, it's a weight classes for a reason, man. And I agree with y'all, man. It's not like he's gonna he might look super fat at 147, man. He's not one of them guys that's gonna be shredded up and all of that. That motherfucker like to eat. He definitely like to eat and he like to hit that heavy bag. So, he one of them guys, he's gonna be strong in there, but he ain't gonna be super athletic. And that's the thing about it. When you get to 147, not only do you have strong dudes up there, you got athletic dudes. So you got somebody that's quicker than you, but light on their feet, and they can fucking knock you out with one punch. It's not, you should be rushing to that disaster. But like I say, if he really believes in himself, hey, go for it, bro. But I really think that he's doing all the right things to keep himself relevant.
For the limelight?
Say again?
You think he's just doing it for the limelight?
I mean, possibly. It's a high possibility he's just doing it for the limelight, man, because in my mind, I'm like, man, this guy can't be serious, man. If he really think that he gonna be able to just jump in there with Errol Spence and beat him, Now, if you just want to just say, now he'll get all the credit in the world just to jump in there, because I've been critiquing a lot of these fighters for not taking these high risk fights, and that'll be a high risk fight for Mikey.
So pretty much what you're saying is, and a lot of people in the chat are saying, from what y'all guys are saying is, Mikey Garcia is pretty much saying all the right things right now. You know what I mean? He's saying all the right things. You know what I mean? That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I mean? He's saying all the right, you know what I mean? He's saying the right things at the right moment, at the right time. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest. He's trying to call out Errol Spence Jr., you know what I mean? And I've heard him on record, you guys, recently have Terrence Crawford's name in his mouth as well. He said that Terrence Crawford beat him in the amateurs, and he needs that get back. Yo, nigga. Mikey Garcia be on one, bro, when that camera get in his face, dog. Because you got to understand, I don't think Mikey Garcia is that big of a personable person. But shout out to Ellie Setback. He's fucking constantly in his camp. So you're gonna get the, you know what I mean, the what ifs, and the, I would like to fight this person. And I mean, you're around the guy damn near 18 hours a day. You know what I mean? You pretty much getting barbershop talk with all the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for all intents and purposes, that's what it is. You know what I mean? When they're done sparring, they sit around a little room. I mean, in a little training camp. They talk their little shit, and Ellie Setback records it. He got the first hand, he got the best seat in the house. You know what I mean? And salute to Ellie Setback, man, for definitely doing his job, man. But how real is Mikey Garcia with this shit? God damn, I mean, I can't stress this shit enough, man, on how he just looking past Robert Easter Jr. I feel like Robert Easter Jr. gets lost in this equation somehow. You know what I mean? My personal opinion is I think he's a way, way better fighter than a lot of people are giving him credit for. But, at the end of the day, I am favoring Mikey Garcia in that fight. You know what I mean? I'm favoring Mikey Garcia to beat Robert Easter Jr. What do you guys in the chat say? Say Easter if you think Easter's going to win, and say Mikey Garcia if you think Mikey Garcia is going to win, you guys. Let me know in the chats. What's going on, Suleiman? You have something on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, right now that division right now is hot. Even the IBO this guy's gonna fight for the IBO championship. Do you know that? Diego Chavez, he's going to South Africa and he's fighting for that championship. So all the belts at the 147 are gonna be full with champions, and the guy he's gonna fight is a South African, and he's unbeaten. So
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about
everybody's racking up. So any opponent he picks, Mikey Garcia is gonna have his hand full. He's gonna have his hands full. That's a serious division right now, man. 147 pound is very dangerous, man. I mean, you could talk the talk, but when you go up in there and you're getting punched by that 147 pound punching power, and you can't go back. You can't press time out, man. You know what I'm saying?
And that's another thing too, you guys, that I heard from 78 Sports. It says that Errol Spence does not want to sign with any other promoter, you guys. And how do you guys, and you guys and women out there, how do you guys feel about these PBC fighters? And Eddie Hearn's got his new deal with the Zone, and you know what I mean? You got all these different, promotional companies trying to sign these, Al Haymon fighters. Like Adrien Broner, like the Charlos, like Errol Spence. Do you guys think that, any of these other promoters will actually be able to sign these Al Haymon fighters? I mean, or are these Al Haymon fighters loyal? Let's be honest, man. Shout out to Man Down Promotions, man. Errol Spence just started his promotional company, man, and he's already eyeing a fighter in his gym that's 8-0. Yes, you guys, you heard it here first. He's eyeing his fighter at 8-0. He said he's gonna probably sign him, real soon. So Errol Spence definitely said he's gonna be signing some fighters to his Man Down promotional banner, and that's a banner that Al Haymon, for all intents and purposes, got him signed up with and got him started with. You know what I mean? You got Man Down Promotions. You got, what is it, Easter Bunny Promotions or Bunny Promotions or some shit. And then you got AB Promotions, About Billions Promotions, Mayweather Promotions. All of that has Al Haymon written all over it, you guys. So, I mean, it's going to be tough sledding, man, for some of these promoters out here. And I heard the Charlos are starting their promotional company very soon as well. So what do you guys think about that, man?
Lines only. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, this dude, yo.
I'm sure Cali will love that one.
By promoting yourself and making your own company, or you just, you're removing another bill. Because I mean, as you see, a lot of these promoters, man, they rob the fighters. So if by them doing that, they do their own promotion, they get more venue for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know the stories about all the fighters that have been ripped off by their promoters. So by you making your own promotional company, you get to save some of that dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to Mitchell DK. He says Al Haymon has these dudes getting paid. Plus he advises them on taking good career paths to minimize wear and tear in fighters. Every fight can be a war. Every fight can't be a war. Every fight can't be a war. If you want to last in the sport, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mitchell for saying that, man. That was a really good comment, man. So what do you got to say about that, Black Horseman? Does Eddie Hearn, Bob Arum, what's some of the other ones? Frank Warren. Does any of these guys have a chance signing Al Haymon's fighters? Hey.
No, man. No, because Al Haymon is setting these guys up for future. He's teaching these guys how to be secure outside of boxing. And I don't think Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, and all them guys care about their fighters like that. Al Haymon genuinely cares about his fighters, and he's going to do whatever possible to give these guys the game. As far as taking their money and investing. I think it was Cali Nigma said last time on your live stream that Adrien Broner is a lot well off than a lot of people think, with his investments and things like that. And that's one thing about Al Haymon is he gives these guys financial advice and tells them where to invest their money, how to make their money grow, this, that, and the third. And Al Haymon gets hated on because his fighters are well taken care of. But nah, I don't think they have no chance, bro. I'll be really shocked if somebody leaves Al Haymon.
What's going on, NBT Boxing, man? Shout out to NBT Boxing, man. You're definitely in the wrench gang as of right now, effective immediately. You're in the wrench gang, NBT Boxing, man. What's going on, my brother? I think I checked out one of your live streams one time, man. Keep that shit up, man. Like I said, man, I salute all my brothers, man. White, green, purple, what have you, sort of colors.
Yeah. So
But
let me cut in for a minute, man. Also, you see our longevity. So let's say if you're a fighter with 10 losses, like Aishi Smith, if he were to open his own promotional company, he could go to that level. Start promoting fighters and retire peacefully without drama. You know what I'm saying? So it's good what Al Haymon is doing, but I think Al Haymon could still use those other promoters. And also, you was talking about the O, right? Guys like Bob Arum are known for dropping off fighters once they lose that O. Guys
ooh,
are known
good
to drop
point,
fighters
man.
once they lose the O.
But hey, he can't be that much of dropping fighters shit. He got Lomachenko a bigger. He's almost all but saying it. And Black Horseman, you can back me up if I'm wrong on this one. He's all but saying Lomachenko is the best fighter on his stable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. He all but said it in the interview. He said that Lomachenko has a better upside pretty much than Crawford. That's pretty much what Bob Arum is saying. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm paraphrasing. I'm not using, quoting, but Bob Arum has been known to like, Vasyl Lomachenko with one loss more than Terrence Crawford. So yeah, man.
I mean, if he did come out and say that, man, that's sad, bro.
That's been on file. That's a known, yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, look at the fucking app, for heaven's sakes, man. I mean, you got fucking Vasyl Lomachenko on ESPN, regular ESPN, and then you got Terrence Crawford on a fucking app. Come on, man. And they both fought for the championship, Lomachenko and Linares.
He's not doing nothing with the app. Right now, he could get that fight. He could buy that fight, the one with and put it on his app. The one that Diego Chavez is fighting in South Africa is not going to be televised. He could get that fight. Also, all these fighters fighting in Mexico, they're fighting non-televised fights. He could televise those fights and put them on the ESPN app. He's not working the app to the fullest yet. So we got to give him some time, and we got to suggest him more things to do, because there's a lot of fights in South Africa that are not televised. Okay, there's a lot of fights in Mexican circuit that are televised, so he could put those fights in the ESPN app. You know what I'm saying? But he's known for dropping off fighters that lose the O. He loses interest. Lomachenko is a different type of beast, man. He has amateur career, man. Even in a loss, that was a debatable loss, man. People think that he still won the fight. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's the reason with Terrence Crawford. I mean, Lomachenko, but Terrence Crawford is getting paid pretty good, man. He got $3 million in that fight, man. He's getting paid very well, man.
He's definitely getting paid good, but that's another thing too, you guys. Al Haymon's fighters been on note saying that they don't discuss.
How much is he getting paid?
$3 million.
Crawford?
Yep.
Damn, I had never heard his numbers.
Yeah, he got paid $3 million for that Jeff Horn fight. But remember, there was some statements a couple months ago saying that Errol Spence got paid like, I think it was $3.5 million per fight. He was gonna get that with his new deal with Al Haymon. But hey man, like I said, Al Haymon's business shit is very under wraps, man. It's very hard to get information that they don't put out to the public already, like their purses for the fights. You know what I mean? They don't really put out their what they get on the back end. You know what I mean? Because Errol Spence starting that promotional company means that he gets all of that the promotion for his shirts. Everything that they sell, like, you know what I mean? All of the apparel they sell at the arena, he gets paid off of that, a percentage of that. He gets a percentage of the ticket sales. When you start your own promotional company, you get all of that back end money or a percentage of it. And that's a lot that people aren't talking about when they talk about Al Haymon and some of the, the genius things that he does for his boxers. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, salute to all his fighters and stuff like that. But let me check out these chats, man. Boxing is me says, these boxers are more promoters than boxers and nowadays. That's why we have a duck season at 147. Then we got Mitchell DK says boxing is about to be like the rap game, with all these boxers trying to start their own promotion companies and sign other fighters. Shout out to Oscar De La Hoya for cracking it off back in the day. MBT Boxing says Crawford got $3 million, Horn got 1.25, but Horn got a lot more in Australia pay-per-view. Hey, man, good. Shout out to MBT Boxing, man. That's what's up, man. Alex Santos says Bob is behind with times. He really needs to make use of young interns. Yeah, you got that right. You definitely got that right. So what do you guys think about let's change the subject. Oh, go ahead. You got something to say? Go ahead, my brother.
No, I was gonna say, man, you loving that chair, huh?
Yo, chill, bro. I mean, it just feels comfortable, man.
Comfortable. This nigga look comfortable over there, dog. Nah, go ahead, bro. What was your question?
But you knew where I came from, though. I couldn't do that. Fucking bust my ass.
Hey, I'm letting y'all know in the chat, man. The come up is real over here on Corey Lee Boxing, homie. The come up is real in a real way. Niggas are sitting in king chairs now, bruh.
Oh shit, yo. But yeah, man. To get on it, man. So did y'all guys hear about this Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder? I'll play a clip for you guys real quick, all right? On the Tyson Fury finasco and the shit he's got going on. All right, you guys want to hear it? Here it goes, you guys. This is what Tyson Fury says to this is what Tyson Fury says to Deontay Wilder in response to Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean, and the whole Mike Tyson deal. Mike Tyson and Deontay Wilder don't really get along. Smash the hell out of that like button. I'm not gonna ask you again, all right? Smash that like button and subscribe. Here go Tyson Fury, you guys.
This is a message to Deontay Wilder. I've just seen another ridiculous statement from you, Wilder. That you've got more fear factor than Mike Tyson had. You're a dreamer, you are, honestly. I've never seen a man dream so much in my life. I don't know why you're taking the great Mike Tyson's name in vain, really. I keep mentioning him when he's not even in your era. But however, there is a Tyson in your era, and I'll stop you inside 5 rounds, you bum.
Ooh.
You big, lanky, skinny-legged dosser. You big chinless bum. I put my fist right through you. So if you want to fight, come to the Mac Daddy. Come see the Gypsy King. Like I said many times before, anytime, any place, anywhere. When I challenge you out to your face and you shit yourself in New York City, come on, let's get it on. Big shithouse. Stop mentioning Mike Tyson's name. Bomb. I'm just sat here in the gym thinking, how many people are out there who'd want to see me knock out Deontay Wilder in a massive, massive fight? The WBC champion versus the lineal heavyweight champion of the world. Both unbeaten, both over 6'6", both outspoken. The press conference would be epic. The fight would be serious. Serious fireworks. Who would want to see that? I know I would. Bronze Bomber, you game. Or are you a jacker?
Yo, what do you guys got to say about that, man? Tyson Fury back with his antics again, man.
Well, if that fight gets made, it's gonna be the ugliest fight you ever see. He's gonna be bleeding. He's gonna be like a Bayonne bleeder, bro.
Who?
He's like a bleeder. Tyson Fury, bro.
Tyson Fury gets stopped?
I'm telling you, bro, because he won't be stopped. I don't know. He might pull an upset. He might win, but he's gonna win ugly, bro. If he wins, he's gonna win ugly because he's gonna take over.
Knock it off. Knock that shit off, man.
Yeah, I don't see him. How could he deal with the concussive power of Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder has a mean streak in him, bro. He has a mean streak, bro.
Yeah.
He's gonna hurt that guy so bad. He's gonna be bleeding from cuts over both of his eyes, probably broken jaw.
So you think Tyson Fury has no chance on beating Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder? Tyson Fury gets sparked by Deontay Wilder in what round, Suleiman? There's no chance.
I don't think he's not gonna get sparked, but he's gonna get busted up. He's gonna be bleeding all over the place, broken jaw.
Ooh, broken jaw. Damn.
He got a good chin, bro. He got a good chin. He moves a lot. He got nice legs. He's big, but he's gonna be hurt, bro. He's gonna lose by decision, and he's gonna be a bleeder, bro. Another Bayonne bleeder.
So, all right, go ahead, man. Oh, the boxing is me at Corley Boxing. Fury kissing men on the lips in the ring. Oh my God. Mitchell DK says Fury will take no chances and dance against Deontay Wilder. I think that's that as well. Larissa Johnson says this is going to be a great fight if Tyson Fury if Tyson waits until he is ready and in good shape again. Hey, true facts, Larissa. Go ahead, boxing promotion, blackhorsemanpromotions.com. Go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, if that nigga try to kiss Deontay Wilder, he gonna get knocked out in the press conference.
Fuck.
He won't even make it to the. He not gonna make it to the fight.
Yeah, please don't try that shit on Deontay Wilder, dog. Please do not try that.
That shit'll get ugly.
I was looking again too, man. That ain't the only fighter that kissed a man in like, you know, in boxing, man. I seen Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora notably tried that shit with David Haye. David Haye crucified this motherfucker, dog. Real talk. If you ain't seen David Haye, and that's when David Haye was in his prime. All right. That's when David Haye, I feel like, was in his heavyweight prime, and I feel like he could have gave these heavyweights a problem. He was at a press conference from Derek Chisora versus Vladimir Klitschko, or, you know what I mean, or the other brother. And he was just pretty much talking shit in the press conference in the stands. And Derek Chisora got up out of his seat and walked over there towards David Haye. And mind you, Derek Chisora has kissed a man before he did that to David Haye. And the man looked like David Haye a little bit. He was light-skinned with cornrows. He kissed a man in a press conference. Derek Chisora did. So when he walked over there to David Haye, and he almost looked like he got that close, like he was gonna kiss him. David Haye came with like the meanest, like right, you know, lead right. I mean, the shit was just, oh man. I mean, had him leaking, dropped him. I mean, and he had a bottle in his hand, but he didn't hit him with the bottle. He fucking balled the bottle was balled up in his fist, like he had like a Corona. And so the bottle was like he's sticking out here, but he hit him like right here in the mouth. And you just see somebody got the greatest picture ever. And they had his fucking like Derek Chisora's chin like back all the way right here. And the glass bottle was just in pieces. And the shit was just awesome. Shout out to David Haye. God damn, boy.
Yeah.
Woo! That's my boy right there, though.
Hey, he punched quite a few people in press conferences, right?
Who?
David Haye?
Yeah, David Haye, man. He get rowdy, man. David Haye, team light skin, man. He get busy, man.
Oh, here this nigga go with this shit. Where's the Eddie Hearn
nah.
Yo, David Haye should get into acting.
Go ahead and drop me off the call, nigga.
Yo,
shit. Yo, I had to throw that one in there, yo.
Yo, all I know that Tyson Fury should never be in the ring with Deontay Wilder, bro. It's embarrassing, bro. He's gonna get hurt so bad, bro. It's, you know, I mean, I don't think any heavyweight right now could deal with his punching power, bro. I don't think no heavyweight in the heavyweight division could deal with Deontay Wilder's punching power. And that's why Anthony Joshua don't want none of the sauce, boss. You don't want none of that.
What do you gotta say about that? What do you gotta say about that? Maybe
Juggernaut.
Black Horseman. So yeah, how do you feel about that, Black Horseman? You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, I missed it, bro. About what?
On the whole Wilder, Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean, versus Tyson Fury deal. You know what I mean? Do you think Tyson Fury is, you know what I mean? Do you think Tyson Fury is, really trying to get that smoke with Deontay Wilder? I think they're all eventually gonna have to fight each other. I mean, that's truth to be told. You know what I'm saying? But I think Tyson Fury is being a little bit premature, man. And Tyson Fury is at least, from what I seen a couple weeks ago in that performance, Tyson Fury, you heard it here first in Corey Lee's Boxing. He's at least 4 more fights away. Yeah, 4 more fights away from any title. I don't even want to see him fighting for the British heavyweight title. You know what I mean? He got to work his way. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit, dog. You think he can
handle Joyce? You think he can handle Joyce, the Juggernaut?
Yeah, I think he can handle it because Usyk outboxed him in the World Boxing Championships. Usyk outboxed him, and you know what I mean? I think Tyson Fury, I mean, they got 2 different styles. Usyk is a mover. Tyson Fury's a mover, but Tyson Fury has more range than Usyk. You know what I mean? Usyk is willing to trade with you in the inside. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, it'll be a good fight. Joe Joyce is still learning, is still young, but Joe Joyce is a threat too. You know what I mean? With that power he has. But what'd you have to say, Black Horseman? I mean, that's just real though.
No, I agree with you, man. Yeah, at least about 3 or 4 fights away from even trying to get in there with Deontay Wilder, man. But you know what, man? All the gay shit aside, I really do want to see this guy come back because I mean, boxing is desperate for a mega fight, man.
I know, man.
I mean, it's like we gotta get something, man.
And the and that's that. And listen, you guys, and this is be truth right here. I just want to say this before you go in. The USA in America, wherever you're from, shout out to wherever you guys are from. But in America, where I live at, and where these brothers on the panel live at as well, we haven't had a pay-per-view fight the whole year. We have not had one pay-per-view fight this whole year. The Canelo Triple G fight will be the first pay-per-view fight this year, and probably the only one. So you do the math. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's just like we need that pay-per-view star in America. And I don't want to be honest with you, after that cheating scandal Canelo had, I'm not in a rush to see Canelo. You know what I mean? Yes, I'm going to watch the Triple G versus Canelo, but I'm not getting my popcorn. Oh, my God, they're fighting again. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got that shadow. They got that dark cloud over them now, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those type of deals. And, you know, let me know what do you think about this?
It's just bad, man. Boxing is bad right now. And it's in, I mean, this guy, he's a hell of a self-promoter, man. I would give him that.
Who?
You know, Tyson Fury.
Oh,
you know?
Okay, yeah.
And, you know, one thing I will do agree with him on, though, is that, this is my opinion about Deontay Wilder. He's going a little too far with this fear shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going a little too far with it. I get it, man, that people are afraid of you, they ducking you, and Joshua, whatever, he don't want to get in there with you, but man, like, get off this fear shit. You know what I mean? Get off this fear shit and fight. It's guys that's willing to fight him. You know what I mean? And like, after a while, it just gets old. Like, I'm the most feared heavyweight in boxing, and now he's trying to compare himself to Tyson. It's like, come on, dog. Do you know what Tyson will have niggas probably shitting nuggets, nigga, right before the bell rung. Like, nah, bro. Like, I'm sure dudes is, you know what I'm saying? They probably looking at it like, fuck, I'm not going to really get that much of a reward to get knocked out by you, Wilder. But when it comes to, like, when a motherfucker walk in the room and motherfuckers just scared, like just, they whole demeanor change. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he got that kind of presence. You know what I mean? I seen Shannon Buchanan walk up on that nigga. I mean, even though Shannon Buchanan was probably juiced to the gills, but at the same time, like, you know, he don't have that Tyson kind of presence. Now, what he's doing is, of course, it's never been seen before. You know, he's knocking out every opponent that he's faced. But come on, man. I just think that he need to get off that I'm the most feared man type shit and just get back to knocking dudes out, man. Just get back in the ring. But as far as Tyson Fury, man, you know, I agree with you, Corey. He's about 3 or 4 fights away from a mega matchup with Deontay Wilder. Now, I would like to see it, you know, but I would want to see him back in shape. You know, he's definitely going to have to lose some more weight because I'm like, damn, this motherfucker lost, I don't know, what, 40, 50 pounds, and he still look overweight. You know what I'm saying? So if you have to take, if you really serious about facing Wilder, you're going to have to cut some more weight, man. You're going to have to definitely be in more shape. He was looking super slow. And Deontay Wilder's too athletic, man. He's too athletic for Tyson Fury. But I mean, I give credit where it's due when it comes to guys that know how to, you know, talk themselves into a mega fight. You know what I mean? He makes you, you know, he gets you almost convinced that this guy is really serious about getting in there with Deontay Wilder and that it could be an exciting event, you know, as long as you don't, you know, try to that gay shit, you know. But at the end of the day, man, I think that it could happen possibly in the future. But like I said, that's how desperate I am to see a mega fight. Like, man, fuck, dog, just get in shape, man, and hopefully Deontay Wilder, you know, will you know, get in there with you because everybody else is talking his business shit and his politics, and you know, he's the only guy that I've seen, you know, that really actually came to he came to Alabama. He got in Deontay Wilder's face and said, you know,
there's only one Tyson Fury.
Pause. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely pause on that.
We gonna pause with this nigga.
That shit was wild what he was doing.
Did you know Joyce is older than him? Joyce is 32 years old. He's 32 years old.
Joyce had a very extensive amateur background. I think he was a silver medalist in the Olympics. The same the same Olympics that Anthony Joshua was in. You know,
Okay,
Joe
so
Joyce was in that one.
if Joe Joyce
And
fights Tyson Fury, right?
this is another thing too. Hold on, this is another thing I want to get into too as well, you guys. We got a fight card coming up this weekend in the UK. I will be covering that. Yeah,
I thought you about to say the other one.
Oh, what happened? What are you talking about?
Hey, you know, hey, see, like this is how hype I am about just seeing a good fight. You know, Clarissa Shields fighting this weekend too.
Oh, for real? Yeah, she fighting that other girl, man. Doesn't that other girl is a champion?
Yeah, beautiful Hannah Gabriels.
Yeah, they're fighting Friday night, you guys. We will be covering that fight as well, man. You know, me and Black Horseman Promotions will be live here at Corey Lee's Boxing. It's gonna be 10 p.m. Eastern time. You know, so I'm not sure what that time is specific, you guys, or wherever you guys are, but it's gonna be 10 p.m. Eastern time. It's gonna be Clarissa Shields 5-0 with 2 KOs versus Hannah Gabriels, which is 18-1 and 1 with 11 KOs. Damn, she going up against a fucking hard hitter though.
That's the thing about it, bro. Like Clarissa Shields is not in with somebody who's just gonna be able to just step on. Like Clarissa better be in there smart.
And that fight's coming on this weekend, you guys, as well. Josh Taylor versus Victor Pastel. Wow, that's gonna be a great. That's gonna be a banger.
Turn up.
Man, that's gonna be a banger this weekend. Wow, man, that's gonna be Hydro Glasgow, Scotland. We're international, baby. We're global out here, baby. Corey Lee's Boxing, man. We covering all that shit. And then we got another banger. We got in the O2. We got this Saturday coming up in the O2 Arena in London. Roberto Garcia, 43-3 with 24 KOs, is facing Martin Murray, 36-4 with 17 KOs. I think I'm probably gonna sway a little bit with Martin Murray on that fight. I think I got Martin Murray, but the undercard is gonna be awesome. You got the guy on the undercard, with the he had a fight. Archer Betterbeef wanted to fight him. Batiste wanted to fight him. So he had a couple different offers, people that wanted to fight him. What's the fuck is his name? You know what I'm talking about?
What weight?
Oh, light heavyweight. Yeah, he's his name is Yard. Anthony Yard, you guys. Yard. All right. Fighting? Yeah, he's fighting this weekend. Anthony Yard is fighting this weekend.
Hey, you know he's been training with he's been getting trained by Floyd Sr.
Who, Anthony Yard?
Yeah, working on
I thought that was Chris Eubank Jr. went back to him.
I thought I seen clips of Anthony Yard working with Floyd Sr., bro.
Oh, that's what's up. That's
working on that Philly shell and shit. Hopefully he don't look like Birdo when he first tried it.
Yeah, that's definitely what's up though, bro. I ain't know that though, but that's what's up though, man. I can definitely respect that shit though. But you know, are you guys psyched about this weekend, man? It's a couple good fights, but you know, notably so, it's gonna be some fights going on, you know, in the UK. So, you know what I mean? We gotta be ready, man. Those fights gonna be coming on pretty early, you guys. So we're gonna be looking out for you guys, looking out for Corey Lee's Boxing, you know, kind of early. I'm gonna get the time difference that it is here, and then I will post that show. You know what I mean? And I'll post that, you know what I mean? So you'll be able to know what time I'll be going live. It'll have a Corey Lee's countdown on there and everything. So, you know, I'll schedule it so you know what time to tune in, you guys and women. But yeah, man, you know, Deontay Wilder, man, and who's Deontay Wilder's gonna fight next, you think? Black Horseman and Suleiman. Who do you think Deontay Wilder's gonna fight? I mean, you got this whole for that. Are you guys tired of the Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, you know, fiasco right now? Are you guys tired of it? I mean, I am personally. I ain't gonna lie. I am, man. Smash that like button and please subscribe, you guys. What do you guys feel about that?
For the ones that keep... Go ahead, Suleiman.
I'm very tired of this baloney talk. You know what I mean? I mean, the fight should have been made. I mean, both fighters are credible. Anthony Joshua is credible, man. He fought a lot of fighters on the come up, and when he's a champion, okay. So he should have not be afraid. They're both dangerous heavyweights. They're both heavyweight, and there's a lot of other opponents that could fight. if they don't want to fight, because I think there's Joe Joyce. He's 32 years old. He's already a Commonwealth heavyweight champion. I mean, he's a possible opponent.
Joe Joyce fought already.
Yeah, but he could, but you know, he could sign up for another fight, for a title fight or something like that, man. Because he's up there, man. He's up there in age.
Yeah, they're pushing Joe Joyce really hard too, Black Horseman.
Because I want to see him with Tyson Fury, bro. Tyson Fury talks a lot. Why he don't fight Joe Joyce? Get that Commonwealth
Tyson Fury, look, get this through your head, though, Suleiman. Tyson Fury, I just said it. Tyson Fury is not fighting anybody of note in the next 4 fights. Okay, you got to give Tyson Fury some time, man. The guy took 2.5 years off. 2 years of that, he didn't even look at the gym. He was killing his body with other toxic shit and everything else. Partying up, beers, brews. He said notably cocaine, whatever else he was on, weed. I don't know. I mean, but Tyson Fury needs comeback fights. Plural, not just one comeback fight. Multiple comeback fights. Tyson Fury is in no way, shape, or form physically or mentally ready for Deontay Wilder, Joe Joyce, or any of the other threats out there in the heavyweight division. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know, he'll probably be able to beat Joe Joyce, you know, now, you know what I mean? You know what, you know, a lot of hardcore fans might think, you know what I mean, being reasonable, but they're not going to take that scare. You know what I mean? We're being realistically, you know what I mean? We're realistically thinking. Tyson Fury is not going to be fighting anybody there. But Black Horse, oh, go ahead.
You think Joe Joyce go fight Deontay Wilder next? You think that's
none of that? Joe Joyce is not fighting any of these guys, man. Nobody wants to fight Joe Joyce because he doesn't bring any money, and they're trying to get names for him. So he's got to start in that UK market first and then move over here. You know what I mean? You got guys like Amir Mansour, you know what I mean? Maybe Cunningham, guys like that that'll fight Joe Joyce that are looking for a paycheck. But other than the Jarrell Millers of the world, the Tyson Furies, the Deontay Wilders, none of those guys are going to be fighting Joe Joyce this year, for sure. None of those fighters are going to be fighting Joe Joyce this year. You know what I mean? Joe Joyce got to build his name up. He's only had 5 professional fights. You know what I mean? And he got beat handily by Alexander Usyk, that is a cruiserweight champion right now. He got beat handily by him, okay? You just don't change in 2 years and get, you know, light years. No, he got beat with boxing gloves and no headgear on in the World Boxing Super Series. You know,
why is he 5-0?
Because those bouts didn't count. They didn't count. They didn't count those bouts with the sanctioning bodies, I guess. You know what I mean? It's from what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? But he did. That's the fights. Remember, Lomachenko fought in those, and Rashid Warren fought in those fights. I think Lomachenko did, but Rashid Warren fight in this same series, and Joe Joyce fought in these series. It was like a boxing tournament, and you know, Ukraine had their whole team, and you know what I mean. America had their team, London had their team, and they all, you know what I mean, fought each other. You know what I mean. But Joe Joyce in that final fight, I think it was the finals, or was it like the second to finals? Joe Joyce got beat handily by Alexander Usyk. You know what I mean? So to answer your question, Suleiman, no. And Joe Joyce, if he steps up to these elite heavyweights, yeah, he got a lot more muscle. I think he got bigger since that Usyk fight. But your skills don't change that drastically in 2 years. All right? You just don't. I don't see that happening. You know what I mean? And you know, nobody's giving Usyk to do well in the heavyweight division except me. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm used to standing alone sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Usyk. Go ahead, Black Horse.
That's what's up, man. A lot of people are scared to do that shit. Just stand alone and stick by. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers be just jumping on, you know what I'm saying, trains and trends or whatever.
They be jumping on ship after ship, dog. It just then when the ship gets sunk, oh man, I knew, you know, such and such was gonna beat him, man. I told you it was gonna be a close fight. I'm like, oh, here we go, man. Here we go. Cause that's what's gonna happen with the Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford fight. That shit's gonna actually happen like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real talk. Yeah, boxing is me. I've heard fans after fans say Sean Porter beat Usyk in the amateurs. He was 16 years old. You know what I mean? And then Usyk hit puberty and turn into a beast, baby. All right? Go look at the fucking other people that Usyk beat. All right? You know what I mean? He got a lot of motherfuckers
puberty
behind.
power.
Yeah. You can't rate a fighter when he fought a guy at 16 or 15 or 14. It's just learning. You know what I'm saying? You get that. Dude, you know what I'm saying? I bet you Sean Porter won't beat him now. Yeah, and that's on record. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to bet money on that shit. Sean Porter get the fucking dog shit beat out of him. Near death.
That nigga went there with that shit. Like, this nigga gonna need to get a pulse.
Kobe, you don't think
but salute to boxing is me. I had to drop a jewel on you, dog. You got ahead of yourself on that one.
Yeah, Kobe, you don't think Sean Porter's mismanaged? Sean Porter's mismanaged because
Sean Porter
by his daddy.
Yeah.
His daddy run everything. What you talking about?
Yo,
tell his daddy that. Like, yo, Kenny, you're mismanaging Sean. That nigga will try to fire off on you, bro.
Oh shit! Boxing is me. He said, laugh my ass off, my fucking ass off. Hey man, you know I gotta drop them jewels on you sometimes, man. Sometimes you fans get a little fickle, and sometimes I gotta bring you back to reality. You know what I'm saying? There are two different weight classes, and the amateurs are the amateurs. So if you're gonna bring up the amateurs now, you gotta bring up reality now. And the reality of the situation right now, boxing is me, is that fucking Sean Porter will get his ass kicked from Ukraine to fucking California back to Ukraine again if they ever fought, all right? And this is a vicious ass beating. This ain't no one-hitter quitter. I think Usyk go play with him. My personal opinion, that'll be the biggest 12-round beating that Sean Porter could ever imagine.
Oh, he gonna make it 12?
Man, he might make it 5.5. You know what I mean? Because Kenny Porter, son, no, son, no, son, no. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is. You know, it's all fun, man. But you know, you got what else? Oh, you got NBC Boxing said Sean Porter had reverse puberty when Spence came along. You got that goddamn right. Hey, look, boxing is me. Since you talking about yeah, well, shut up, Chin Checkers. He said Boxing Clinic has a video up saying Adrien Broner is going to retire. So yeah, let's get into that, man. Since we've been, you know, all across the pond, here, there, and everywhere. Shout out to Black Horse and Promotion. Subscribe to him as well. Since we're being here, there, and everywhere, what do you guys take on Adrien Broner's retirement? God damn, dog. Like, what do you know about it so far, Black Horse? This is news to my ears.
You know, only reason why I mentioned it because I seen Fanon had, you know, uploaded the video and I didn't even click it yet, but I just seen the headline. Usually Fanon, you know, he's pretty good with his sources, so you know, he uploaded it. So I'm just like, well, you know, it is what it is.
So he made a whole video on that situation.
Yeah, I guess so. I just seen, you know, how the notification pop up at the top of your screen, you know, and that's what I seen. So that's why I mentioned it while I was talking on your live or whatnot. But my thoughts on it is, you know, man, it might be a good decision. It might be a good decision. You know, I think Adrien Broner, shit, man.
Let's be honest. For all intents and purposes, you guys, Adrien Broner has taken thrashings. All right, these ain't normal ass whoopers. That Marcos Maidana versus Adrien Broner was, oh my God. I rewatched the highlights the other day, man. I mean, the guy took a ass whooping, man. That's what you call a ass whooping. All right? I don't know what these other fans think a ass whooping is, but if you go look at the Adrien Broner versus Marcos Maidana, if you go look at that, you know what I'm saying? That fight, I think that took a lot out of Adrien Broner in my point of view. Go ahead, boxing promotion. Black Horse.
Even the Paulie Malignaggi fight. The Paulie Malignaggi, he took a beating too. He took
nah, man.
Okay.
Paulie Malignaggi. No.
He said he took a beating from Paulie Malignaggi.
No, hey, look, come on, Suleiman. Nah, man, I can't. Nah, man, no. Not any fight but that fight, man. Paulie Malignaggi has zero to no power, man. How the hell can he take a thrashing on that when it might have looked like he hit him a lot, but in actuality, Broner kept coming forward. Broner thought twice about coming forward when he fought Marcos Maidana and actually fell out a couple times. He got knocked down twice in that fight, almost 3 times.
Yeah.
And he was doing a lot of crazy shit, like rolling around on the ground because he said he got, fouled. Remember that shit?
It was, when he kind of headbutted him a little bit.
I almost thought he was gonna try to quit in that fight. I almost thought
he was looking for an escape. he was trying to pull a what's your boy this past weekend against what's his name? Adrien Granados. Fortuna. He tried to pull a Fortuna.
Oh, Fortuna, yeah.
He wanted the stretchers to come out on his ass and shit and take him out of the arena. But man, my thoughts on it is, man, I think it's a good decision, man. He need to just, I think he's made some good money in the sport. Hopefully he's made some good investments. Al Haymon is still his advisor. So, I mean, Callie Neighbor said on your stream, I think it was yesterday or the day before that, he has a lot more money than people think. And I hope that is the case, man, because, just as, even though he do a lot of dumb shit, I don't want to see this guy in another war where he's just going to take a beating. Sometimes you got to know when it's time to hang it up. Now, I don't know if this is serious or just another stunt to just gain some attention. But because, Floyd has done this many times. Floyd just said, I'm retired. He's done that 3 or 4 times. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he's just really trying to just pull one of them Floyd Mayweather stunts or whatnot. But I hope he's serious if he's saying it. Like, nigga, don't play around with this shit, bro, because for somebody who lacks, elite defense, this guy, man, he needs to definitely think, really consider this, retirement because, I think that being in the lights a little too much and being at that type of status, he just needs to learn how to be, He needs to just settle down, learn how to be humble, Be there for be there for Miss Louis bags, be there for your kids. Be a promoter, be a full-time promoter. I think that Adrien Broner has the potential to be a great promoter because he actually cares about the people that's in his camp, And the thing about Broner is, he gets hurt when people turn their back on him. So he needs to use that fuel to become a better promoter and actually be there for the fighters that he's promoting. Don't turn your back on the fighters that you have. You know what I'm saying? You loving that chair, Corey. But don't turn your back on the, the fighters that you fuck with because you'll turn out just to be like Floyd. You'll end up like Floyd Mayweather or Bob Arum or De La Hoya or somebody like that where they may show favoritism for 1 or 2 fighters, but pretty much like be like whatever with the rest of them. You know what I mean? But I think Broner, he genuinely cares about people. He cares about what people say about him. And hey, your dream to become, one of the best boxers, that didn't come true. But guess what, man? Hey, you can become one of the best promoters because what great promoters do you see out there? I don't really see no great promoters, man. I'm just being honest. Unless you're just a self promoter. But somebody who can stand, you already got your platform about billions. You see what I'm saying? And now maybe you can live up to that, to where maybe you generating billions and your fighters is really like, man, Adrien Broner is the real deal, man. He take care of me. You know what I mean? I got this house because of this. I done came out of the hood because Adrien Broner has set me up. And I would like to see him be successful in that. I don't want to see this guy take any more punishment to where, because it seems like the more punishment he keeps taking in these fights, the more he keeps taking to social media talking about he want to kill somebody or he want to kill himself. And he's really just getting off track, man. He's too successful to be acting as childish and acting like as if he don't have anything to live for. And that's what happens, man. A lot of these people with a lot of money, they don't have their situation straight, at home. And maybe he need to get away from all of this damn, this limelight so that he can really get his shit together at home, get his emotions in check and going from there.
What Adrien Broner just said, you guys, I'm looking at his Instagram, you guys. This is what Adrien Broner just said, you guys. He said, he says, I'm done. He says, I'm done. He says, I'm done boxing. All motherfuckers do is try to take advantage of me.
Okay, now I don't
Says
believe it.
Adrien Broner says at Showtime. He says he put at Showtime and at Al Haymon. He says, I
Ooh.
know we had plans, but this shit is over. Hashtag my life not happy.
Mm.
He
See?
said, no, hold on. He said hashtag I'm not happy in life. That's what he said. That's his
Hey,
exact words.
well, Corey Lee, I think that's a real statement, man. Like, I think a lot of people can see that he's not happy with himself and his personal life, and that's what he needs to get in check, man. You know, when you at the status that you're at, where Adrien Broner is at, you don't really have too much time to really get your home situation. You know, if your house ain't in order, man, everything else is gonna be in disarray. You gotta have your house in order, man. You gotta have shit together, man. You gotta have your shit in pocket. But you know, he don't have his house in order. So it's like when you go out into the world, nigga, it's chaos. You know what I mean? It's just total chaos, man. And you know, I mean, he's saying that, you know, motherfuckers try to take advantage of me. So see, that's the whole thing about it. Like I just said, he needs to be he'll.
Oh shit, he just got off for a minute, yo. But yeah,
Yeah, but the situation where I could continue from there. The situation when they put him to fight Jesse Vargas, everybody knows that was for so he could lose. You know, he's 100% right. People took advantage. They put him in that fight. They expected him to be clean, bro. I mean, they got hit him with everything but the kitchen sink. He even blew his wad. Jesse Vargas was exhausted because he hit him with everything. And the guy is only 5'4". I mean, you're putting a guy that's 5'4" to fight for a welterweight championship. He came up from 135 pounds. He fought Paulie, beat him by split decision. Then they put him against
Damn.
Marco Maidana.
you
And
back,
Marco
yo?
Maidana.
Yeah, that
Okay,
shit
so
was
you can
crazy.
continue, man. You can continue. I hold on
Oh,
for you. Go ahead,
yeah,
Barbosa.
Suleiman held
Appreciate
you down.
appreciate you, Suleiman. Nigga, top flight in the building, holding it down.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Cali Enigma, man. What's up, man? I seen you on 78s, man. That's a salute, man. I hope
I'm
you
Yeah,
sure
told
Cali gonna
he
78
let
gave
it.
me
said
a
what's
link
up, man.
late. He gave me a link hella late, bro.
Oh
Cali
man.
Enigma gonna let it
Like
rip.
a
But let me just say what I'm
yeah.
gonna say, then Cali can rip. But yeah, man, that's why I was making my point that remember before you even read that I feel like he'll make a great promoter because he understands what it's like to be taken advantage of. You know what I'm saying? And that's just true, man. Like I think Adrien Broner has done quite a bit for the sport. He didn't live up to he didn't live up to the expectations as far as being a great fighter, but as far as being a good promoter and putting other people on and actually really caring for certain fighters like Robert Easter. What's the other guy? Damn, I can't think of his name that became a champion. Um, Cali Enigma, he be knowing all them damn fighters. What's the
Who
other
you
guy?
talking about?
Adrien Broner. He had a few champions. He had Robert Easter. What's the other guy he had in the lighter
Oh,
division?
Talking about
Rashi
somebody
Warren. Rashi
There you
yeah,
Warren.
go.
they were
Rashi
Warren.
Warren.
Rashi Warren. And like that's where his passion come from, seeing his brothers, you know what I'm saying, be successful. And I think that's why I think he'll be a great promoter if he just go in it 100% and just focus on that, man. Focus on giving other people opportunities that you wasn't getting, you know what I'm saying? And giving them the love and that you wasn't getting, you know what I'm saying? Being a bigger brother, being a big brother to them that you never had, you know what I mean? And you'll be good. I think he'll be a great promoter. You know, it's just like it's unfortunate it didn't work out for him as a fighter, but it doesn't mean that you out of the fight, man. You can still stay in the fight game, you know. About billions can really just blow up if he puts 100% energy into it. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to see this guy take no more punishment, man. I think he realized that he's just not elite. You know, I mean, he's not going to get any more athletic. He's not going to get any stronger. He's not going to get better. You know what I mean? And he just needs to just, you know, really consider this. You know, not just be venting and make, you know, trying to get attention by doing this shit. Because I'm tired of him just trying to just get attention. I hope he's serious about this, man, because I think he'll make himself a tremendous promoter. And I don't think nobody else will be able to even fuck with him as a promoter right now because, you know, Floyd only care about himself. Bob Arum only care about himself. De La Hoya only care about himself and coke and lingerie. And, you know, and all these other promoters, you know, Eddie Hearn only care about himself and his app. And, you know what I mean? So I think Broner genuinely cares about people, you know, and what people say about him and things like that. And I think he'll make a tremendous promoter, man. And I want to see him succeed as a promoter because he didn't really succeed as a fighter. So I wish him nothing but the best, man. I really do.
Wow, man. So with that being said, Cal Enigma, do you have anything to say about, Adrien Broner's, recent fiasco on Instagram? And everybody in the chat, please smash the hell out of that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, man. Go ahead, Cal Enigma, if you're there.
Yeah, man, I think it's just an attention grab, bro. I don't think he actually means fucking retiring. I mean, what has he done in the past? Everything he does is for attention, man. I don't believe him. Hold on.
Well, he gotta take a hold. But hey, Corey, you don't feel like this guy is well, Callie, you back. So you don't feel like he's a good promoter? You don't feel like he's done a good job to put Robert Easter on and Rashid Warren and
it's about him being a promoter, man. This dude does stuff for attention, man. I can't believe anything he does anymore except for shit to get attention for himself.
Right, no, but I'm just saying, if he's actually serious about this, do you think he can make himself? Can he make a good promoter?
I do, but technically he's not Robert Easter's promoter, though. I mean, he's promoted some of his shows, but Robert Easter.
I'm just saying, a good promoter, period. Whether it's Robert Easter or anybody.
He's a promoter, man. I think he'd be somebody's good. Because personally, I still don't believe that fighters need promoters. I think if you're a young prospect, you do. But I think that especially early on in the process, I think that you need a promoter. But after that, I think you can take over for yourself. I mean, Errol Spence Jr. has proven this, and he's proving it right now. I wish Terrence Crawford was free because I think Terrence Crawford can promote himself too. I mean, even that piece of shit over there in the UK, Antonio Jenner, he could have promoted himself. He had opportunities. Dumbass re-upped. You know what I mean? These guys have no idea how much money they're losing out on. None of these guys need a promoter, man. I know this is kind of going off on a tangent, but it's kind of something that you brought up earlier, Black Horseman. You know what I mean? None of these dudes need a promoter, man. They don't. They really have no idea.
My wife made a point yesterday on the stream. She said, my wife made a point on the stream yesterday that some people do need promoters because they don't really have that personality. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not really outspoken. You disagree?
Yeah.
Hey, you breaking up, Cal. You breaking up, my brother.
Terrence Crawford is not really outspoken, but neither is Errol Spence Jr. not outspoken either. You don't have to be that. When it comes to promoting yourself, all you got to do is be a good businessman. Promotion doesn't necessarily come from speaking. You know what I'm saying? It could be something as, tweets, billboards, you know what I mean? Advertisers and things of that nature. It could just be your video clips of you fighting and you doing little brief interviews and things of that nature and putting that up as a way to sell your fight.
But you have to be somebody, but you kind of got to be somebody who is comfortable with the media. Terrence Crawford's not comfortable with the media. He stated that, Errol Spence, he'll do interviews and stuff like that, but he don't do it a lot. He does it when it's fight time. You know what I mean? And he doesn't do enough to really just stay. Like, Errol Spence is known, but he's a hometown. Like, Texas is huge, so he's got a big time Texas support. But when it comes to worldwide, like, you could probably go up to somebody in Cali and ask them, do you know who Errol Spence is? They'll probably be like, no. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. But he's just at the beginning stages of
But you go down the street, you can ask somebody who Adrien Broner is, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know who that is.
Oh, I know. I know this for a fact. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's
one of my female friends.
That's the difference between it's because of his personality, man. It's his character. Floyd.
Well, that's not true because Sugar Ray Leonard had no personality whatsoever. I'm not saying he was self-promoted, but he had no personality. But look how big of a star he was. So it's not necessarily true. I mean, it's a different age. You can still promote yourself without having to.
It's a social media era, though.
100 Boxing UK says that's why Eddie Hearn is a snake. No fighter can fight on Sky Sports over here without Eddie Hearn, without Eddie being involved. Or if they do, Eddie gets a cut from the fighter regardless. Wow. And then you got thank you, Larissa Johnson, for letting everybody know. Alex Etzel says, I think boxers need managers more than promoters, as
agreed.
The promoter is more worried about the venue. Okay,
agreed,
so he's
man.
pretty much what Alex Santos is saying. He says he thinks that boxers need managers. more than promoters. He's pretty much saying promoters are more worried about the venue and about, you know, the money and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
well,
I can agree on that. I can agree on that. I can definitely agree on that.
Yeah, because the manager's first priority is to make sure his boxer gets as much money as possible. Because if he gets a lot of money, then it means the bigger the percentage. So the percentage is the same, but it means more money for himself. So if you can get, let's just say you got your fighter $10 grand and you get 10% of that, you know what I'm saying? You get that's $1,000, man. That's $1,000 bucks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying from that standpoint. So your goal is to try to get your fighter as much money as possible. You work harder because you're not just working for your fighter, you're working hard for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to benefit yourself. So that's why you don't really need a promoter. You can pocket that promoter money, man. And here's the thing. You can do it. If you do well enough in your region, let's just say you don't have to be globally, man. You do well enough in your region, let's just say you're tearing it up in the state of Texas, where you're making a killing in the state of Texas. Why the hell you need to go fight outside of the state of Texas? You could bring guys to your area and pay them very well to fight in your home state. I'm just saying it, man. You don't necessarily have to be this global star.
But
you can fight in your own region and make a killing.
But to start off, you might need a big time promoter because they can actually, you know what I'm saying, plug you into the venues. Like say somebody like Floyd, right? He got the money up front, like Eddie Hearn. He got upfront money to be able to, you know what I'm saying, book a venue. You see what I'm saying? Like Broner, like Broner's status, you know what I mean? Like he can go and say, yo, you know, I got these fighters. I wanna this is about Billions Promotions, and this I'm a headline this. He ain't got to fight, but because Broner has something to do with it, it's gonna be big. See what I'm saying? Because Broner can go anywhere in the fucking country and sell out arenas. You understand what I'm saying? So but maybe just start off with somebody trying to get they. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we have Floyd Mayweather as a promoter, and I don't necessarily work on his fighter's behalf. Neither does it necessarily work on Oscar De La Hoya, who's also a huge name and known. Everybody, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Everybody who knows Floyd Mayweather knows Oscar De La Hoya too. Oscar De La Hoya is still a megastar throughout the world when it comes to the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And he has plenty of fighters that people don't know who the fuck they are. So I mean, I'm saying Eddie Hearn, and here's the thing about Eddie Hearn.
Because they're using his name. His name is what
people don't know who they are. Yeah, they're using his name, but they don't. But the goal is to try to get those fighters some exposure, and people don't know who those fighters are. So having a promoter doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get a bigger name, man. My point is that you can do all this stuff yourself. So a lot of times, to me, these fighters are just paying these promotional fees, and the name's not getting any bigger. Danny Jacobs, in my opinion, is taking a step back since he's gotten with Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? When he had no promoter, he already had momentum. Where's his momentum now? He's fighting Sergey Derevchenko instead of fighting Canelo Alvarez. You know, he signed with Eddie Hearn because Eddie Hearn promised him to get Canelo Alvarez.
Eddie Hearn is not a boxer. He never even fought in America. You know what I mean? Nobody even knows him in America like that. So I'm just saying, my point is I'm trying to make is that, like Floyd, he's a fighter in America. You know what I'm saying? He used to be a fighter in America. He's a big name. So if Floyd is attached to any boxing card, that's going to attract viewers. You know what I'm saying? If Broner is attached to any, you don't think so?
No, I don't think so, man. I can't think of really any big event that Floyd Mayweather's put together, man.
This guy.
Floyd Mayweather, what about Broner? What if Floyd Mayweather really put the big together?
Yeah.
Broner, I'm sorry.
Okay, hey. All right. Well, let me see if Corey, do you think so?
What happened?
What's your opinion on that? The same question I asked him. If Floyd's name is attached to any type of event, you don't think it's going to attract viewers and money?
To a certain extent. To a certain extent. It just depends on how, Floyd Mayweather's marketing, team is.
What about Adrien Broner?
But from what I'm hearing, a lot of Floyd Mayweather fighters aren't happy. You know what I mean? A lot of Floyd Mayweather fighters aren't happy. Does that mean that, they're not getting promoted, right and stuff like that?
That makes my point. Like I said, I felt like my whole point is about, I think Adrien Broner will make a great promoter because
you think he'll be a better promoter than Floyd Mayweather?
By far, because he cares so much about his fighter. You gotta understand when he did that event in Toledo. Matter of fact, I think that's when he fought Richard Comey. That shit was a huge event.
Well, Emmanuel says Floyd Mayweather didn't attract much to the Badu Jack versus Adonis Stevenson fight. Well,
It wasn't even in America, but yeah.
piggyback off that, Adonis, they didn't want that as a location, Emmanuel. They wanted that. They wanted the Badu Jack versus Adonis Stevenson. They either wanted it in California or the Barclays Center. You know what I mean? Adonis Stevenson was not able to leave Canada. Okay, he's a felon. He's a felon. He's a felon for pimping. You know what I'm saying? So
I did not know that.
He cannot leave. He cannot leave the country of Canada. Okay, he cannot leave the country of Canada. He cannot come to America. He cannot come to America.
Yeah, that's why all his fights are there in Canada.
He's gonna be pretty much a Canadian fighter to the day he DIEs. You know, to be honest with you.
Bro, are you telling me that the Canadian champ is a pimp?
Yes, dog.
Yeah, he's a pimp. Oh, you didn't know he was a pimp? I thought you knew that.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he was a pimp, bro.
This Congo looking ass nigga is a pimp.
Yeah, he's been very well documented.
You know he's Haitian, right?
Documented.
They're saying that Adonis Stevenson is Haitian. So I mean, he's written originally from Haiti.
Alex Santos says Stevenson has boxed in the U.S. before. Well, I think with the new laws and Donald Trump, you know what I mean, doing all of these different regulations and all of that, I think that might have affected Adonis Stevenson's situation. I mean, let's be honest. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, Donald Trump.
You would think that there would be avenues to get him, to allow him to get in the country to work. It's not like saying he got to stay here, but to come here and fight, usually allow people to get past that stuff.
You know, but I mean, like I said, something is up with pretty much what I'm trying to say, Alex Santos and the rest of you guys, is something is up with Adonis Stevenson's his passport, you know what I mean, his visa. So I don't know what the whole, I didn't really look into that big time, but we were definitely talking about it when I went to the Gary Russell fight, you know what I mean? Me and Fred from the Barbershop Conversations was talking about that stuff, you know what I mean? About how, stuff like that can affect, the numbers of a fight. You know what I mean? Fighters not being able to leave for, different visa reasons and stuff like that. That's not the first time that has happened. You know what I mean? There's been other complications of people not being able to leave, due to their visa, you know what I mean, issues as well.
Hey,
hold on. Okay. I think Chocolatito had a visa problem as well. Had a visa problem. It was one of those fighters in the lower weight division that had a problem with his visa as well. So that'll affect, the turnout of a fight. You know what I mean? So go ahead, Callie. You know what I mean? So
I'll just say compliment was gonna be feedback over what you were saying is that there's been other fighters who haven't been able to get work visas here in the United States because the United States is kind of tough on that when it comes to ex-felons and things of that nature, especially people who stole drugs. And pimps and things of that nature. They consider pimping as kind of like a sex trafficking, so it becomes harder to get work visas here. So, but there's ways to get, to get kind of like a bypass, to kind of bypass that law or to get an exception. But I mean, you have to go through a little bit of a extra process. I believe it's like an extra fee or something, like extra fees, which they could do, but I don't know if they necessarily want to go through all that. But I mean, but it is possible to get him.
But yeah, moving on, you guys. Moving on to some bigger and better topic. Like I said, to finish up on the whole Adrien Broner for that fiasco, I do not think Adrien Broner is retired. He has far too much of a spending habit. I don't give a fuck what investments he has. All right, he has not made Floyd Mayweather's money. You know what I mean? And he has a lot of yes men around him, and he pays dearly for that. From what Errol Spence is saying in a recent Breakfast Club interview, he said he wants the best for, He wants the best for Adrien Broner and fighters like himself. You know what I mean? And having a lot of yes men around you can backfire on you. You know what I mean? So he was pretty much saying that none of those guys are going to be there for Adrien Broner, and I quote, Errol Spence said, none of the people that are in Adrien Broner's around his life right now are gonna be there for Adrien Broner when Adrien Broner retires, and that came directly from Errol Spence, because because Charlemagne the God asked him. He said, "We interviewed, Terrence Crawford. We interviewed you. What the hell is up with Adrien Broner?" And they both started talking about that. But moving on, you guys, you know what I mean? There's a couple other topics that I truly want to get into as well. You got other fighters coming up in the division right now, in different divisions right now. But in the recent news, Jarrett Hurd definitely got injured. He has 2 of the belts. We touched on it a little bit yesterday. To the new fans that are here today, Jarrett Hurd will be out for at least 6 months, up to 9 months, up to a year, reasonably speaking, because Jarrett Hurd, is a two-time champion right now. He's a unified champion. He has a WBA strap and he has an IBF strap. Those gonna be on hold for at least 6 to 9 months, and 12 months for him fighting any other champions. How do you guys feel that this will affect the junior middleweight division
and the IBO, right?
Suleiman.
Even though I don't know too much about
Suleiman, let's let him get talking. Let's let Suleiman get in, man. Suleiman, how you feeling about this, Suleiman?
Yeah, it's gonna affect the division because there's 3 belts that he has that are gonna be frozen, and fighters can't fight them. But in the meantime, you got the WBC and you got the WBO. So it's the division. They could do something with that. The guy's injured.
That's
okay. So go ahead, Kyle Enigma, and then Black Horseman.
Yeah, I want to see. Personally, I would like to see Jaime Munguia go through another opponent or 2, and then I would like to see Jaime Munguia and Jamal Charlo.
There you go, Black Horseman with the Jaime Munguia again.
I want to see Jaime Munguia. Let Munguia face a couple fighters.
Let everybody know. Let everybody know right now why you like Jaime Munguia so much, and what's the upside on a Jaime Munguia?
The upside of Jaime Munguia, man, is first that he's only 21 years old. And look at his skill set right now. I'm just talking about from a guy who just turned 21. Look at his skill set right now. Look at the size of Jaime Munguia right now, the power of Jaime Munguia right now. This guy right here, Jaime Munguia, in my opinion, in about another 3 years, will be one of the top 3 sport stars in the sport of boxing. I seriously, truly believe that shit, man. I think Jaime Munguia is a guy that if you're Jamel Charlo, you want to get him now. I've been saying it. I've been saying the same thing about Jarrett Hurd. I think he's going to end up probably in another few years be able to beat both of them, and probably even less than a few years, probably 2 more years. He may be able to beat Jarrett Hurd now. Just from a stylistic standpoint, I think Jamel Charlo, it may be. I don't think the gap between him and Jamel Charlo is that big. And even my boy Black Fighter was saying today, and he's even starting to agree with it. He was saying it today, the same thing I've been saying, that man, that they need to get him now. I don't know, just because they get him now don't necessarily mean they can beat him right now. I think that Jaime Munguia, man, his stylistic, his pressure, because he's a pressure fighter.
Coming straight from Cali Enigma's voice right now. Does Jaime Munguia beat Jamel Charlo right now in the junior middleweight division?
Let it rip.
Not in his next fight. Not in his next fight. Give him in about another 2 or 3 fights.
2 or 3 fights. Very 2 or 3 fights from now. It'll be very close. Jaime Munguia, the current WBO champion, how does he do in 2 or 3 fights with Jamel Charlo? Let it rip, Cali Enigma.
I think he got a serious chance to upset him.
Wow.
In about 3 fights.
And he says, I'm against Texas fighters.
Whoa.
Hey, Corey. Yeah. And he says, I'm against Texas fighters.
Oh, no.
I'm just telling you, bro. Sometimes you see stopping fighters that you just see a potential superstar. And I see that in Jaime Munguia. I see Jaime Munguia dominating 154 and then going up to 160 and potentially dominating 162, man. I just see Jaime Munguia as a future monster, man. I do. There's something about that kid, bro. And I've been saying it. First time I saw him, I said, "Wow, this kid right here. There's something about him, man. That's just different from some of the other fighters that have come up from Mexico, man. I think this guy has the potential to surpass Canelo. I said potential. I didn't say he is. I just say he has the potential to surpass Canelo Alvarez. I think this kid, and I think he's built differently too. I think he's cut from a different cloth. I think he's willing to fight different competition. And even if he loses, I think he has the mindset of a guy who can bounce back from a loss and become a better fighter. And I don't think he'll be hesitant to take on different competition the way that Canelo Alvarez has. And I think that give him another couple years and he'd whoop Canelo Alvarez's ass easily. And I truly believe that shit.
Well,
and
damn,
does he? Well, damn,
in a couple years, hold on, Cali. In a couple years, damn, does he beat the shit out of Jermell Charlo in a couple years? Because we're only saying a couple fights, but in a couple years, though. Wow.
Yeah, in a couple years. Wow. I have him better than Jermell Charlo, bro. Jermell Charlo be on the road trying to 30 on top of all that, too. Yeah, I do.
Damn.
Yeah, in a couple years, I got him better.
Hold on. Houston, we have a problem.
Hey.
Yeah, man, I really believe that, man. I think Jermell got to get him now. Jermell said he's a big killer, though, bro. If they fought right now, I had Jermell Charlo, man, stopping Jaime Munguia. I just think he'd be too much. But to let Jaime Munguia learn and get acclimated to 154 is a mistake. I think you get him and you get him now. You take him early. I think
boxing is me. Hold on, boxing is me says at Corley Boxing coming straight at you, Cali Enigma. He says Cali Enigma saw all that from Jaime Munguia in the Saddam Ali fight.
Nigga, I was just getting ready to say that shit. I had my clip loaded, nigga. I had a full clip for this nigga right here.
Hold on, Cali.
Bring it, bro. I'm from Oakland, California, bro. The home of the clips, buddy.
Yo,
Cali. You know that right now.
Oh, shit.
Bring the full clip.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Cali.
We were trying to fire here, bro.
Yo, Cali is
I'm just telling you right now, yeah, bro. I'm just saying, a couple years, bro. In a couple years.
Emotional.
Yeah, I'm not even emotional, bro. I'm calm. I'm calm as hell.
Let him know.
He's mad.
I'm not even mad. I'm sitting there relaxed as all can be. I don't care.
Black Horseman.
He didn't turn it into something else.
Black Horseman. If
I was upset, you know it. I'm not upset.
Oh, shit.
Believe me, if I was upset, you know it.
Yo,
I'm mad. I can tell you really don't know me, brother. You think I'm upset.
Down, man.
I'm like one of the calmest guys that you ever meet. Matter of fact, I'm not even yelling. I'm just chilling.
But no, that's
you're not yelling, Kelly. You're right. You're not yelling.
That's what.
I'm not even upset at all.
Hey, that's what makes it good, though, man. You guys, are strong about your opinions, man. That's what I like about both of you brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? You guys are
some
very
niggas
strong.
Can't take opinions. They get emotional and shit. You know what I mean? That's what it is, bro. Niggas will make an opinion, they get emotional and try to get on some other shit.
But Black Horseman, I truly want to hear what you got to say, about Jaime Munguia, man. I really, and Cali wants to know too, and pretty much, for all intents and purposes, the chat wants to know, you know what I mean? Because the guy put a question mark, you know what I mean, for Cali Enigma to answer that. So after you're done, I want Cali to answer what you got to say and what that fan has to say. So go ahead, Black Horseman. Let that full clip out, my brother. Yeah.
Right. And I was speaking metaphorically, so he's trying to take it somewhere else, bro. So it is what it is. I ain't worried about that shit. But on a real note, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know how to
bro. You talking about metaphorically? I know you were speaking metaphorically. I'm not upset. For real. Okay. I'm really not upset.
You gonna let me speak? You gonna let me speak? You want the floor? Go ahead, bro. Finish. You got it, bro. Like I said, I ain't gonna talk over nobody. You can go ahead and get it. Okay, you muted. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Come on, you guys, man.
I'm telling you to go. I'm telling you to go, bro.
The E40 song. Tell me when to go. Tell me when to go. old niggas, man. But anyhow, man, like I said, Jaime Munguia, man, you know what I'm saying? I can't make that assessment on one fight, Saddam Ali. You know what I mean? I ain't never even heard of this nigga until that fight. So it's like, to make that assessment after Saddam Ali, I think that's a little premature in my opinion. But if you feel that he is the goods and he can beat Charlo, hey, that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of people disagree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not going to put him up there with Jermell Charlo. Not right now. You know what I'm saying? You saying a few years? Okay, maybe. You know what I mean? But out of that one fight, I can't make that assessment.
But Black Horseman, I really do feel like Cali Enigma and Cali. I just want to ask you this one question before Black Horseman, puts the rest of his clip. I really want to know, you know what I'm saying? Are you basing this assessment on Jaime Munguia's upside and pretty much, what we've seen lately from Jermell Charlo? Because let's be honest, if we're gonna rate Jermell Charlo, you're only as good as your last fight, and Jermell Charlo's last fight did not look that pleasing.
Right.
No, here's the thing about trash. No, from the Jermell Charlo thing like that, no, man, I just view that as from the last fight that Jermell Charlo was going in there looking for the knockout. He came in there with the wrong game plan. His game plan was to try to please the Mexican crowd. That's what he went in there and tried to do, and that was a mistake. Instead of him going in there, looking the box, and to set up a knockout, or just fight, going in to look to win, and then if the knockout comes, it comes. He went in there trying to throw the knockout blow every fucking shot. Every shot was thrown with force. He was loading up on everything.
So you feel like, Cali, and I'm gonna let Black Horseman finish. I just want to ask Cali this one question, Black Horseman. Right. But Cali, you feel like if Jaime Munguia and Jermell Charlo's gonna always go for that knockout and always look for that knockout, we've seen it time and time again. I don't personally think he has a plan B. I'm being honest. I'm being completely honest, man, because I feel like he could have did a lot better against Austin Trout. You know what I mean? But with that being said, you know what I mean? If he got into an all-out slugfest with Jaime Munguia looks like he's ready for that. You know what I mean? From what I've seen in Saddam Ali. But I can't fully judge that I got to see him against a real 154-pounder. You know what I mean? I got to see him up against a real 154-pounder. But with that being said, how do you think he'll fare in a full all-out slugfest?
Oh, I told you right now. I told you right now, Jermell will get him. Like I told you. I said, give him a few more fights. Remember, this is exactly what I said. You can go back and watch the video. I said, right now, I said Jermell Charlo, get him. I would have Jermell Charlo right now stopping Jaime Munguia. I said in a few fights, it would be a lot tougher. But I said in a couple years, I have him absolutely dominating the division. I said that point by point. I don't think what I said is just outrageous. I said a couple years he would dominate the division. I just said after a few fights, I think he would make it very tough.
You said in 2 or 3 fights.
You said 2 or 3 fights, he would make it very tough. I didn't say he would beat him. I said he would make it very tough.
Very tough.
Go back and watch your video.
Oh, no. I know what you said. I know exactly what you said, Cal.
Yeah.
But, that was my point. I said he would make it very, very tough. Right now, I don't think he could beat Jermell Charlo at this very moment. I don't. I think Jermell Charlo would set him up with something that he's not used to seeing. And we're let's be honest.
It's different competition.
But go ahead, Black Horseman. But let's be honest, everybody. Jaime Munguia and Jermell Charlo ain't gonna fight in the next 1 or 2 fights. So he's not gonna see him to at least 3 fights from now. So go ahead, Black Horseman, because he's signed with Golden Boy, and Golden Boy is gonna try to get some money out of him. Go ahead, Black Horseman. Let that joint out, man. Let me see. You know what I mean? Because he's pretty much Cali Enigma's. Cali Enigma's, for all intents and purposes, is backing Jaime Munguia strongly.
Yeah. You back who you back. You know what I mean? I think you said the other day, what did you rate him in your, did you say he in your top 5? Top 3. You said something like that, right?
No, I don't. Remember I told you I don't have a top 5. Remember I told y'all I don't have a top 5. I don't believe in pound for pound because the heavyweight's is the best fighter, period. Remember, I've always stuck by that.
So you got to let me interrupt?
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, in my opinion, he got the fight with Leon Smith, right? He's a very, very, very big junior middleweight. Okay, he's probably the biggest one out of all the champions. Okay, he's gonna crush this Leon Smith guy in a spectacular fashion, and I think they're gonna pencil him in to fight Billy Joe Saunders and move up to 160. He took that fight because the Triple G fight could have been made.
I don't think, hey, Sulaiman, I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't think he's gonna be moving up that quick to 160. But hold on, Sulaiman, we will come to you right after we go to Black Horseman. I don't think, but to answer your question, though, Sulaiman, I mean to piggyback off what you just said, and I know Cal Enigma knows, Jaime Munguia probably a little bit better than I do. I personally don't think. I think Jaime Munguia is gonna stay at that division for a little while, man. I think that's a good division for him. Go ahead, though, Black Horseman.
Sorry, man, I'm eating. But yeah. Anyhow, Jaime Munguia, I gotta see him against somebody else, bro. You know what I mean? Somebody like Saddam Ali. That no, I can't make that assessment of what he gonna do versus her, Charlo, Laura, or anybody up there like that. You know what I mean? Now it looked good because of the opponent he had in front of him. You know, I think Saddam Ali shouldn't even been in there with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, he ended up beating a old Cotto, you know what I'm saying, an over-the-hill Cotto. And, you know, hey, lo and behold, he got that strap, but he's in the wrong division. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, people like who they like. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no issue with that. But, you know, I got my opinion. People got their own opinions, you know, and I got to see more of Jaime Munguia to be able to be like, to know for sure and make that determination like, oh, he up there with Charlo, he up there with Hurd. Hurd is a you know, unified champion. Charlo is, you know what I'm saying, the WBC champion, and I respect the champions. You know what I mean? They didn't get there just by, you know what I'm saying, they not no goddamn paper champs. Like they did what they had to do to get there. And he just got his title, his WBO title. You know what I mean? And he got it from somebody who came up in weight to face the champ, and he got it one time, and then he got his ass beat. You know what I'm saying? Right after that. So it wasn't like he defended his title and he was like the reigning champion. Like Hurd gets respect.
So Black Horseman, let me ask you this one question. You don't rate Saddam Ali that high, do you? Or do you?
No, not at 154. No.
Okay.
Hell no. He had just got there. He beat Cotto. Cotto used to be a 147 pounder. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, he went up to 154 because he probably was too lazy to keep, you know what I'm saying, making the weight at 147, or he just outgrew the weight. But it wasn't like I'm saying, how long did Cotto fight at 154? He fought most of his career at 147. Am I right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Right. So it wasn't like he was a reigning 154 pounder. He got it off a guy who was over the hill, Martinez. Right? Sergio Martinez. He came up in weight, beat Sergio Martinez. Saddam Ali came up in weight, beat him.
And he beat a Sergio Martinez that had a gimp leg. Sergio Martinez, for all intents and purposes, hyperextended his knee, if not broke his knee in that fight. That shit looked ugly.
So I ain't trying to shit on Cali, you know what I'm saying? Even though he's taking it that way, I ain't trying to shit on him. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like, well, I can't make that assessment off Saddam Ali because he had just got to 154. That's just like if Mikey Garcia come up and take the strap from somebody, you know what I mean? Well, I don't think he's gonna take it from nobody at 147, but you know what I mean? Somebody just got the strap, and then somebody
So what I'm asking you is, I don't mean to keep cutting you off, I swear, but I really want to ask these good questions. You know, where do you rate Jaime Munguia? You personally, Black Horseman, for the fans out there.
On what do you mean, like a pound for pound, or in the 154 division?
Where do you rate him in 154? You know, just in his division he's in.
He's a champion, so I mean, probably number 4. You know what I mean? Like,
shout out to the background, the wife or some shit. Shut your ass up.
You talking to my dog, man.
Oh, that's
they be turning up in here, bro. My fault.
You good? Go ahead though, bro. You all good.
But yeah, shit. I mean, he's a champ, so he's in the conversation. But as far as like, do I rate him over Jamel? No, Jamel's been a champion a lot longer. Do I rate him over Hurd? Hell no. Jamel, Hurd is a unified champion. You know what I mean? So I just got to see more from him before I actually just make that determination. Like, this guy can actually beat Charlo or Hurd. You know, you got to beat somebody who's solid at the 154 division. Be like a J-Rock. Be like somebody who's been there. You know what I mean? Beat a Laura. You know what I mean? Like, Hurd beat Laura, and Laura was the reigning champion at 154 for a long time. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, it was just, somebody that he just came up and weight and beat or whatever the case may be. It's like, I got the guy just, he just now beat somebody. And, a lot of people say it was a setup fight or whatnot, but go ahead, bro.
Fight Brian Castano, the WBA regular champion. That guy's available. Fight him. He's from Argentina. Fight him. I mean, and build up. Because that
I
guy
swear,
right
I'm not even gonna lie, yo. I know this sounds crazy. Now, everybody knows I'm a hardcore fan. But Cali Enigma or Black Horseman, have y'all ever heard of this guy, Castano? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. My personal self. I'm gonna be honest. I personally never heard of him. I'm just being honest with you guys.
Yo, he has bleached blonde hair. He's a fighter from Argentina. He's very, very tall for the division.
Okay? You talking about Brian Castano?
Yeah, Brian Castano.
Yeah, I know. Have you heard
Brian Castano? Yeah, he's nice, bro. He got a sweet little resume, man. I've only seen him fight.
What's his
twice.
record?
I think he got robbed once. He has like
he got an L?
1 or 2. Yeah, but he got robbed, man. He got robbed.
And that's another thing we talked about too. I'm glad Cali's here. We were talking about that, you know what I mean, about fighters and taking L's, and how fans are very fickle when a fighter has an L on his record. How do you feel about that, Cali?
Yeah, let me tell you, he beat Errol Spence Jr. and amateurs, man.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that
makes sense too, because Errol Spence fought in the amateurs at 152, right? That makes sense then. From 151.
Regis Porkery was there too. Yeah, Regis
Porkery. And the story I listened to a recent interview on Regis Progress. The reason why Regis Progress was at 151 and he fought Errol Spence at 151 is because he walked around at 154 and did not want to lose the weight in those fights, because he says you don't just have one fight that week, you'll have 3 or 4 fights that weekend. So you gotta hold that weight off the whole weekend. So if you came, if you came down from like 165, you gotta stay down at 151 the whole weekend. So he said that's one of the reasons why he did not want to cut weight, in the amateurs. Now he's cutting weight. That's a big deal for him now. He's cutting weight now, and he's at 140. But that's a good little fun fact for you guys. Shout out to Regis Progress, man. I think he's a hell of a fighter, and I think he's a top 140 pounder.
Yeah, so let me cut in there when I got a chance. This Brian Castano guy.
Yeah, so let me finish, Corey.
So let me say something. Brian Castano and Jaime Munguia should knuckle up and make them fight right there and make them subscribable. So they both got Brian Castano's resume is a little better, and him with 2 belts, more dangerous.
Castano beat Lomachenko?
No, Castano beat Jack O'Kay. He beat Jack O'Kay in a professional.
Yeah, he beat Sergey Derevchenko too, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. What's that tournament again? It's kind of like pro, but it's like between pro and amateur. I mean, it's really fighting in the pros, but they could consider it to be amateur. They don't count your pro fights. They consider it to be amateur. I can't think of the name of that little tournament. But that's what he fought in.
Talking about the World Boxing Series, the one that Usyk was in.
Yeah, the one that Usyk was in. Lomachenko was in it too.
Warren was in too.
Yeah, Lomachenko was in it too.
Yeah, I think
they should have more wins than what they really did what they really got.
But they had those funny gloves that they wore. They had pretty much no power in those gloves.
Right. The kid is crazy tall, bro. Yo, Corey, the guy's crazy tall too. He's mad tall. He's probably the tallest.
I never heard of him, no Black Horseman. I'm surprised me and you never heard of him, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's fighters that go on the radar every day, but you know what I mean? It's just crazy that I never heard of him.
What was his first name?
Brian Castano. Brian Castano.
Ryan?
Castano. It's Castano. Castano.
With the B.
Yeah, Brian Castano. Castano.
Oh, he's undefeated. No, he's undefeated. He's undefeated he's undefeated. Cali Enigma. He's
I thought he had took. Okay, maybe that was. He lost in the Super Series. He lost in the Super Series. Yeah.
Super welterweight. He's undefeated.
Yeah, he lost in the Super Series. That's why I thought he had. I'm
gonna read off some of his facts for you guys at home and everybody on the panel. He debuted in 2012. He's a super welterweight. He's from Argentina. He's 28 years old. His alias is Ray Sugar, El Boxy. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, he's his last win was a 12-round TKO over Cedric Vito, and that was for the WBA World Super Welterweight title, and he fought Michael Soro, and he beat him by a split decision. Remember, Soro is the same guy, if I'm not mistaken, you guys. Soro was the same guy that knocked out what's his name? Glenn Tapia. He knocked out Glenn Tapia. I remember that. That was on the ESPN. But yeah, with that being said, you guys, you know, he's 15-0. He looks, you know, he's got that box rack. Yeah, he's got that appeal, you know, and he looks kind of familiar. I might have seen him once or twice.
It be some fucking fighters coming out of Argentina, bro.
I know, man.
He's a tough cookie, bro.
Salute to all the fighters out of Argentina.
Yeah, Argentina has a lot of skilled fighters, man. A lot of what happens too. They also get a lot of fighters who start late in the sport, and you know what I'm saying. They start late in the sport, and then they develop into pretty good fighters, man. It's like you got a lot of guys that can be molded into really good fighters. That's one thing that I've noticed about a lot of the Argentinian fighters. Who a lot of them start late and end up being very good. So I mean, so that's something about them. What?
But yeah, they got him rated number 9 in the box rec. You know, in the box rec. You know what I mean? World rankings. You know, they got Jared Hurd. Hi, my boy, number 1. And then they got
number 1. He got 2 belts, bro.
Bigging him up, and he got that cast in your background, bro.
Yeah, they could put him that could be a pay-per-view fight. Yeah. Yo, Kobe, you don't think Jaime Munguia against Brian Castano could be a pay-per-view fight?
You say
no, bro, no, hell no. Stop, bro. Not right now. Hell no.
What did he say? Hold on. What did he say?
Hell, he said, can it be a pay-per-view fight?
Who?
Hell no.
Liam Smith. After he beats Liam Smith, he's gonna be.
No, man. Come on, man. No.
Liam Smith
gotta build himself up, bro.
Liam Smith took a brutal loss to Canelo. Terrible.
Beat the shit out of him, bro.
Terrible loss.
Jaime Munguia's gonna knock him out. You know that, right? Jaime Munguia's gonna knock him out.
I think Munguia's gonna win that fight. I think we all can agree Munguia's gonna beat him.
I think Jaime gonna knock him out. But that's not gonna catapult you into pay-per-view stardom, man.
Come on.
No way.
Come on.
Who knows? Hey, let me ask you, everybody, something. Who knows outside of boxing, for our boxing fans, who in America knows who the hell Liam Smith is?
Nobody.
He's Golden Boy. He's Golden Boy. They're gonna make that a goal.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean nothing. But you still, just because you're a Golden Boy, don't mean you automatically become a pay-per-view star. I mean, if that was the case, Jojo Diaz and other Mexican fighters Golden Boy will be fighting on pay-per-view.
But hold on, y'all. But yeah, that's what I want to ask you guys as well. You know what I mean? I've been wanting to ask you guys this all night. You know, we got on a couple different topics at the same time, you know, the Adrien Broner going down and, you know what I mean? All this different, you know what I mean? You know, different shit going down, man. But, you know, I really want to know what you guys think, you know what I mean? About, you know, after everything, you know what I mean, is said and done, you know, in the and I'm talking about in the welterweight division. It's a very high division, you guys. And I'm asking you guys this with all honesty and all seriousness. You know, in a 147-pound division, when the smoke truly clears and every fighter has fought in every fighter, you got your Keith Thurmans, you got your Terrence Crawfords, you got your Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, you know what I mean? You've got the likes of, you know, your B-class fighters as well, Adrien Broner in and out, you know what I mean? You know, and you know, you got Manny Pacquiao still in the division. You got Lucas Matisse still in the division. When the smoke truly clears, you guys, when everything is truly said and done, you know, and I want you guys to take a minute to think about this. Who do you guys, and I want just one name, one answer, one face. Who do you guys, you personally, you know, individually, your opinion is your opinion. You know, I'm not going to crucify you for having, you know, your opinion. Who do you pick for being the number 1 welterweight in the entire world, okay, in the next 1 or 2 years after the smoke clears, okay? I just want you guys' personal opinion. I'm going to let Suleiman go first on this. Okay, then I'm going to go to Cali. Then I'm going to go to Black Horseman in that order. Okay. Go ahead, Suleiman.
Kobe, you want the name or you want me to tell you why?
I just want you to tell me the name and why you are picking him.
Okay, no interruption. Okay, the name Danny Garcia, DSG. Why? Because he knows how to fight a tall southpaw. His style and his father, he had a great relationship with his father. He knows how to fight a tall southpaw. He has the perfect.
Hell yeah.
He's gonna slip the jab, that southpaw jab that Errol Spence has. He's gonna work the body, just pound him to the body. That and it take his legs away. And then every single time Errol Spence throws that jab, duck the jab, boom, to the body with a left hook, and then work himself out. After like 5 or 6 rounds of him getting hit like that, Errol Spence is gonna try. He's gonna try to use his body, his power, but it's not gonna have no response. And then he's gonna bring it upstairs, and it's a wrap. And he's gonna clean the division because Keith Thurman, if he does come back, he's gonna be ferociously beaten. He's gonna do the adjustments that he didn't do for the first fight because he got wrapped by split decision, and he's gonna tear him up. So, lo and behold, you guys got to get used to it, man. But this guy here, DSG, this is his division. Everybody is a target for him. He's not funny with none of those champions. He doesn't give a damn about none of them relationship or any of them. So he's gonna take them all. So if you wanna admit it, bro, that's the guy. Is gonna be DSG, bro. All right.
Wow, Danny Swift Garcia for Suleiman.
This nigga trying to make sure he keep getting the link.
Yeah. Yo, but with that being said, you guys, I'm gonna read off some guys in the chat, and then I'm gonna go straight to Cali Enigma. Then we're gonna go to boxing, Black Horseman. Okay, you got people in the chat saying, okay, you got actual facts. Okay, no, hold on. You got Black Ham TV says Terrence Crawford. After the smoke clears, Black Ham says Terrence Crawford. Alex Santos says Terrence Crawford after all the smoke clears. Ron Gibson says Spence after everything clears out. Okay, actual facts. He says Terrence Crawford, Bud Life after all the smoke clears. Boxing is me says Terrence the Bud Crawford after all the smoke clears. And then that's pretty much what it is. Cali Enigma. It's your shine,
hey,
my
man,
brother.
I can see Angel Santos is just like me, man. Back and forth on this, man. I'm just gonna tell you, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna stick with it because I'm tired of switching back and forth. I really don't know.
Just let the fans who you feel right now. You know what I mean? You can change your picks. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're human. We're not gonna hold.
Who do I think right now? You know what I mean? I wish I could see.
If you had to pick, knowing what you know about boxing, you being a hardcore fan, definitely not a casual fan. Knowing what you know now, Cali Enigma, and then, fans just want to answer. They're here, for entertainment purposes. They want to answer out of you, man. So, for that reason alone, who does Cali Enigma pick at this second? Subject to change is what you're telling the fans, right?
All right, yes, always subject to change. All right, man, I'm literally gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna flip a coin right here, and that's what I'm gonna pick.
Oh man,
heads is Bud, tails is Errol.
Hey, Black Horseman, the credibility, man. Come on, man. The coin.
The credibility, man. No, that's why I really am, man. That's why I see holes. Yeah. I see holes in both of them's games that both guys can take advantage of, man.
But shout out actual facts. You see, he's picking Terrence Crawford. You see,
yeah, he picked Errol Spence 2 days ago.
You see, damn, bro.
He like me, bro. I'm telling you, he's been just like me. It's tough.
Oh,
it's a 50-50 fight.
Shout out Clubber Lane. He says Crawford, 147-pound undisputed champion at the end of the day.
Let me explain to you why I'm back and forth. I said it could go either way. So as of right now, I think that Terrence Crawford has faced this different competition overall, not from the 147. At
so
147,
after all the smoke clears, and then
let me get there. Let me get you there real quick. Okay. And so at 147, Errol Spence
you pulling a Santee SW on me.
No, I'm just saying at 147. Errol Spence has faced this different competition. Overall, though, as of right now, if you look at what's getting ready to happen, Errol Spence Jr. is going to end up facing this different competition unless Bob Arum allows Terrence Crawford to face PBC guys. I don't know what's going to happen in the future with that. That's why it's tough. It's tough for me to decide. I think right now, okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet. If I had to pick right now, I think that Errol Spence would probably get beaten by Terrence Crawford based off the simple fact that Errol Spence Jr. hasn't gotten a chance to face any kind of elite competition, or at least I should say slick fighters. He hasn't gotten a chance to face a fighter as slick as Terrence Crawford. And because of that, I think that's why I may pick Terrence Crawford. One of the reasons why I picked him before, but I've switched before. So, but as of right now, I will say Terrence Crawford because I don't think Errol Spence Jr. has faced someone who's as slick and slippery as Terrence Bud Crawford, man. Who could make it a little bit difficult for him to make it a little bit more difficult for him to cut off the ring and for him to actually land clean shots on him, man. Just from that standpoint. So just right then and there, but we'll see what happens, man. We'll see who Errol Spence Jr. faces before he faces Terrence Crawford, man. And that's why I can't really pick.
Let me let Black Horseman go, and then I want everybody to know what I picked too. So go ahead, Black Horseman Promotions. The red carpet is yours, my brother. Rolling it out for you.
Nigga, blue carpet, crip game. No,
no!
I'm fucking with y'all. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, this gonna shock y'all mind on my pick, bro.
Hey, that's why we here, though, man. You see, it can't shock us no more than the DSG joint, man. Come on, man.
No, it's really gonna shock y'all, man.
Here we go.
With the smoke clear, I got Jaime Munguia, 147.
Yo, what the fuck? Cali.
Black Horseman knows. Black Horseman knows Jaime McGee gonna beat everybody.
He's still
Jaime McGee gonna take Wilder out too, bro. Jaime McGee taking everybody out.
No, I'm gonna get serious, bro. I'm gonna get serious.
Yo, you ain't gonna let that Jaime McGee shit go, Black Horse. You still on that
I'm
shit.
just fucking with my nigga Cali, bro. I'm just fucking with him.
Yo, wow, man.
This is how I see it, bro. I see Terrence Crawford, because a lot of people feel the top two welterweights is Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence.
Yeah.
And but there's still an undefeated fighter that has a lot of question marks behind his name, and that's Keith Thurman.
Ooh, I knew somebody was gonna bring him up tonight. I knew it.
We got to bring him up, bro, because this guy was a unified champion. He hasn't been beat yet. Yeah, people say he's soft to the body and this, that, and the third, but we got to see him back, and I got to throw him in that conversation because he very well could get stepped on by Spence, you know. And I feel like the most intriguing matchup at 147 is not Crawford and Spence, because I think Crawford will skillfully he'll just outpoint Spence. You know, I don't think his muscles and strength and all that's gonna get it done. You know, I think it's gonna be hard for him to hit Crawford. But I think the most skillful fight at 147 is Thurman and Crawford. That's in my opinion. I think that's a very high level chess match. You know, both of these guys are athletic. Both of these guys are powerful. These are great thinkers in the ring, and they both know how to make adjustments. You know, but I still got to go with Terrence Crawford. You know, if I had to choose right now, I still got to go with Terrence Crawford. I'm actually low key 50-50 with that fight because I think that's a very high level chess match. But based on Terrence Crawford with having all the tools that he has in the shed, I think Terrence Crawford, man, you know, he's number one pound for pound for a reason, man. And I think he's gonna show, you know, and he's gonna end up being one of the greatest of all time, man, when he clear out 147. So I got to go with Terrence Crawford right now as being the number one in the welterweight division.
Okay.
You know, I'm still have question marks about the Thurman and the Spence fight because I just got to see which Thurman comes back. You know, but I still have advantage. Crawford having advantage over Thurman and Spence. You know, either way. So my pick is when the smoke clear, Terrence Crawford will be he'll be the undisputed 147 champion, bro. You know, but it will be a tough fight.
All right, now it's my turn, you guys. Please smash the hell out of that like button, you guys. And if you haven't, please subscribe, okay? And if you haven't, please subscribe to my brother Cali Enigma's channel. Right now, we're on that road to 1,000 together. You know, we got Suleiman in the building. If you haven't subscribed to his channel as well, I think he got some content out there as well. And if you haven't, please subscribe to Black Horseman Promotions. And you go to his website, blackhorsemanpromotions.com. All right, now after that all said and done, Corey Lee's boxing, top welterweight after all smoke clears at 147 pounds. My pick, you guys, and I thought long and hard about this, you know, and I've added everybody's resume up, and I've thought about this big time. I truly think, you know what I mean, right now, and this is subject to change, you guys, I'm being honest, but if I had to pick, you know, like Callie said, you know, if I have to pick, I'm not going to flip a coin. This is coming straight from me. You know what I mean? I'm going to go with Errol Spence Jr. I'm going to go with Errol Spence Jr., you guys and women out there. I'm going to go with Errol Spence Jr. right now because I think Errol Spence Jr. is the biggest puncher in the division. As of right now, we don't know how Keith Thurman's power is going to hold up after them surgeries he's had because they say once you go under the knife, you're never the same. So I have to see that, you know. That's why I'm picking Errol Spence as of now, you know. And I'm not forgot about Danny Garcia like Suleiman has said as well. I think Danny Garcia has a lot to say, and I don't think his career is anywhere near done yet. You know, I think he has a viable chance in this race to crown the 147-pound king. You know, the reign of supremacy is going to be a fun one, you guys. So you guys got to watch this ride, man. The 147-pound division is just lighting up, ladies and gentlemen, okay? And this is going to be a 2 to 3 year run where it's going to be amazing. We're going to see some of the best fights that we have ever seen in our life. And I truly believe that, you know.
Hey, Danny Garcia making rap videos, bro. He sat there and got these twins. I think these twins, these twin girls. I don't know if they're. I think it's his sisters. Or something coming out.
Yeah,
but
what I was saying about, you know, I'm talking about boxing, not rap videos. But what I was saying is, I truly think that we're gonna have some of the best fights, you guys. Seriously, man. I think we are, man. You know, I think Danny Garcia matches up well with any of those guys. I don't think he gets stopped by any of those guys. You know what I mean? I think Danny Garcia, you know, I think it's going to be a rough and rugged, you know, full 12-round fight. You know what I mean? And, you know, my personal opinion is, you know, Errol Spence has to show me more. I'm picking him right now because he's healthy, he's young, he's hungry, and he shows me that he's wise outside of the ring. And he has not showed me any weaknesses outside of the ring. With the partying, the girls, the women, you know, the cars, the clothes. None of that stuff right there has affected Errol Spence in his reign, in his road to 147-pound supremacy. Okay? And that shows a lot to me. That shows the character of a man that he is. You know, for not getting his first payday and going bonkers and buying a Bentley and all this other shit that these other boxers buy foolishness, and they wind up broke years from now. You know, this tells you a lot about that man. He's still hungry. He says he still loves training in that gym that they're in, and that gym, from what I heard, is scorching hot. Okay, Jeff Horn wouldn't survive in their gym, from what I heard. You know, so with that being said, my pick is going to be Errol Spence Jr. right now. At first, I wasn't high on Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. I was not high. Corey Lee's boxing was not high on Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? I seen him fight in the Olympics. You know, I truly think he got robbed. But, you know, as far as, you know, him going up the ranks in the pros, I wasn't high on him. You know what I mean? And just until a couple fights ago, you know, until I started learning more about him, started seeing that he's very calm under pressure. And that Kell Brook fight really showed me a lot in Errol Spence. That showed me a lot on his hunger. That showed me a lot of him as a man. And that showed me that he learned how to bite down when shit got rough in there, you know? And like he said, you know, it's hard to express on how he felt, you know, when they had 30,000 screaming fans that wanted you to lose, you know? That's something nobody in this panel has ever went through. You know what I mean? Probably nobody in the chat has ever been through, you know? 30,000 fans want you to lose, you know? And for all intents and purposes, let's be honest, if that fight would have went 12 rounds with no knockdowns, Kell Brook would have probably got the nod. I'm being honest with you guys. You know?
Hey, I think Kell Brook was behind on the scorecards when I go back and to look, man. I think he was down on the scorecards.
I said without the knockdowns. So, you know, I think those knockdowns played a big part of that fight.
Hey, I heard they was throwing brownies at that boy.
Yeah. That's what I heard as well, too. But
I heard a lot of Jamaicans over there were supporting Errol Spence Jr. once they found out that he was Jamaican descent, man, the Jamaican descent, that a lot of all the Jamaicans over there had got behind him, man. So that was kind of what's up, man. You got a chance to go eat some jerk food.
Hell yeah, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, you know, my
salute, Corey. Salute, man. See, look, that's the thing about it, man. Everybody got their opinions. You got to get irrational, emotional and shit. Hey, that you pick Errol Spence, I respect that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gave your reason. That was a good reason that you said. You said he don't have no outside distractions. He ain't doing no dumb shit like buying a bunch of dumbass shit and you know what I mean, doing a bunch of crazy stuff. I mean, I don't see too much from Crawford either.
Don't do that either, though.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
No, I don't know.
Say it again. What happened?
I was actually saying the same thing. I said, Bud, don't do that either, bro. I just threw that in there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was going to just, you know, add that in. Like, you know, I don't really see Bud too distracted either, you know. But that is a good point, though, because, you know, it's about sometimes what's going on outside of the ring, too, which is going to determine your future, you know what I'm saying, your longevity in the sport and how serious you really are and committed to, you know what I'm saying, becoming the champ. Like I say, so all of us it's just opinions, man. Like Errol Spence could be that guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking Spence, but he could get his ass beat. You know what I mean? He could get beat by Garcia for all I know. I don't even fucking know.
Hold on, did you pick Spence or Crawford?
Crawford.
All right, I thought you just say you picked Spence, but go ahead.
My bad if you know. Yeah. If I mixed that
that's
up.
That's how tight it is. Right? That's how tight that shit is, right?
He knew. I know what he was talking about.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all. I meant Crawford.
Said Spence, though. I thought you said Spence.
I probably did. Sometimes I go blank. You know what I'm saying when I'm speaking, bro.
No, but everybody knew what you were talking about, though, bro.
No doubt. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, everybody got their picks, you know. Suleiman feel like Garcia gonna win. Hey, he might. We don't know.
Hey, that's a good pick, though, Suleiman.
We don't know.
Pick, though, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna shit on Garcia. That's like I said, that's one of my favorite fighters. But
he made sure he get a link to the next live stream.
Yeah,
hey, but you know why I wouldn't pick Danny Garcia? Because Danny Garcia got all kind of shit going on outside of boxing. He don't even look like he even thinking about boxing right now.
But he did say on his live stream, he went for about 30 minutes on his live stream. He said one of the fans in his live stream asked Danny Garcia, why don't you post any pictures of you training or you posting, you know, any of that? He said, I want the other fighters to think that I'm not doing nothing and I'm just, you know, relaxing and chilling on my millions. He said other fighters and other people out there in the world only know as much as what you show them. He said he chose not to show them that, okay? To rebuttal on what you said, Callie.
Well, that's true.
So,
that's
I'm
true.
I'm being honest with you. That's what he said out of his mouth.
Oh, hey, Danny Garcia got the resume to his resume trumps everybody else's in the division. So, man, he's seen all kinds of styles. There's nothing. I don't think that people have this mentality that he's afraid of Errol Spence. I don't think so. I think Danny Garcia is actually, from him, he's one guy I actually think he's thinking about money standpoint. He actually brought it up. He said, look, man, he said, it's not that people don't want to fight Errol Spence Jr. This was actually last year. He said, Errol Spence Jr. not bringing enough money to the table. I think now that he's working with the Dallas Cowboys, that he'll be able to get a fight with Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia actually mentioned his name without hesitation. I think it was like a month ago. You asked Sean Porter that same goddamn question. Sean Porter said,
yeah, he be like, daddy.
Yeah. Do y'all
It's
truly
never
think?
stuttered.
Do y'all truly think Sean Porter is scared to fight some of those elite fighters like Errol Spence?
I think scared of Errol Spence Jr. They had that sparring session. He must have got the dog shit beat out of him. There was rumors that he got dog walk, but I'm telling you, if you listen to Danny Garcia, has never stuttered when it's come to Errol Spence Jr. Ever.
But look,
I ain't worried about that,
Danny
dude.
Garcia never stuttered remember when Lucas Matisse was supposed to be the boogeyman?
No, he doesn't.
Be honest. When he fought Lucas Matisse was at such a high level. Like, people really thought that, I mean, people lost a lot of money on that when he fought on that Floyd Mayweather undercard. I'm being honest. Man. The machine, man. I'm being honest, man.
I don't think Danny Garcia is scared of anybody. I don't. I think it's about money. I think for him, I think it's about money. Sean Porter,
he got that Floyd mentality. Like, I'll fight anybody if the price is right.
Yeah, it's a different mentality. Sean Porter, when it comes to, like, am I wrong, Black? When you and I have discussed him, his whole idea, and his daddy too. Even his daddy get mad when you ask about Errol Spence Jr.
Hey, what's up, P Money? What's up, Counter Elite? What's going on? Blitz 7094. Robert Lores, what's going on? Man, we got everybody in the chat right now. Smash the hell out of that like button. And if you haven't, you guys, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000. Let's get up there, man. But yeah, what were you saying, Callie, to everybody?
Yeah, I said, well, because me and Black, we talk about this all the time. Me and Black, when it comes to Kenny Porter, and Black, I actually want Black to touch up on this after me. It's like we talk about Kenny Porter the way he reacts. Matter of fact, we also know that he's known to go into interviews saying, "Don't bring up Errol Spence Jr. I'm gonna walk away." I'm just saying it. I just want Black to go ahead and touch upon it.
Damn, I didn't even hear that. Damn, that's fucking shit. You know, I think with Porter, man, with Sean Porter, man, like, if his dad is concerned, he gonna be concerned. I think he really just trusts his dad's, his dad's opinion, and if his dad feels like,
hey, Suleiman, mute your joint a little bit, Suleiman. We'll get to you in a minute. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think what Sean do, he'll probably ask his dad, like, I'm sorry, y'all. My daughter's coughing in the background.
You good? Oh, you good? Go ahead. I just thought that was Suleiman. You good? Go ahead. You straight, my brother?
No, I think Sean Porter, like, he probably asked his dad, "Dad, you think I can beat this guy?" Kenny be like, look at that dude like on Friday, like, "No." You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, that motherfucker like, yeah, he believe in his pops, So I mean, Sean Porter, man, I ain't really got much to say about that dude, man. His dad pretty much run the show over there. But when it comes to Danny Garcia, man, I think Danny, I don't think he's scared of no fighter, but it got to make sense. He about that money, man. He talk about his mansion all the time, and all the money and shit that he making. So I think he kind of got that Floyd mentality. Like, a lot of people thought Floyd was scared of Shane Mosley. But when that Pacquiao fight didn't come through, even though that was a bigger money fight, he took Shane Mosley because that was the biggest money fight in line, next. So I think Garcia kind of has that same. Now, let me ask y'all a quick question. Do y'all think that Spence just fought in Dallas this past weekend, and he did good. Do y'all feel like Spence does better, generates more money in Dallas than Danny generates in the Barclay?
Hold on,
that's a good question.
Hold on, I think right now, my personal opinion, Danny's still a hotter name than Errol Spence. Straight up, he's done a lot. He's done a lot, man. Danny Garcia has done a lot. His name up north rings a lot of bells.
The Puerto Rican support is legit, bro. The Puerto Rican support is real,
I mean, he fought in Puerto Rico, for heaven's sakes, you guys.
Bro, he got the whole Atlantic. He got the whole Atlantic seaboard. I'm talking about the Puerto Ricans from Florida all the way up to fucking like Maine and shit, bro.
Shout out to Harden as well, man. Shout out to Harden and
Danny for now. But Errol Spence Jr. is definitely gaining steam. And if he continues, if he takes over the whole state like it looks like he's going to do, he's going to generate more money than Danny Garcia, because Danny Garcia will only be basically getting money from Philadelphia and pretty much New York, whereas Errol Spence Jr. can get the money from the entire damn state. And that's way bigger, because Texas is the bigger state than New York. It generates more money than the state of New York.
Okay,
but let me piggyback off what Black said real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Suleiman. Go ahead and speak first. Go ahead.
I just want to say something. Like, in my opinion, I think Sean Porter is the most mismanaged fighter. He should have changed trainers from his father from a long time ago.
His father's a manager, though, man.
Yeah, but
he's stuck with him. If you can't have me, you won't have anybody.
His style of fighting is horrible. He has all this training he's doing is not making him improving at all.
His daddy's his trainer.
And then on top of that, the fight with Errol Spence, he could have fought for that vacant belt. He could have fought Kell Brook for a rematch. He could have had so many options with that belt. He never went. He's totally avoided Errol Spence even now. And he's gonna say after DSG devours him, it's gonna be hysterical. He's gonna probably have to drop his father and drop his trainer to move on, or just retire, because he has no chance of winning against Danny Garcia. I don't know who he's gonna blame. Maybe you start talking and start.
I think Kenny is more concerned about losing than Sean is.
He's gonna lose this fight. He's gonna lose this fight. There's no way in hell he's gonna upset.
Suleiman, from a stylistic standpoint, I agree with you. I think that Danny Garcia is a bad matchup stylistically for Sean Porter. That's just how I view it.
He's a totally mismanaged fighter. He's an eyesore. I mean, people hate watching him fight. I hate watching him fight. He should never reach that level, and I don't know why do people keep force feeding you to watch his fights. You know what I mean? I hope this is the last title fight he gets after he gets knocked out by Danny Garcia. I don't want to see him again.
Damn, god damn, yo, yeah.
I missed that last comment.
I mean, no one really likes to watch Sean Porter fight, but I agree, man. Sean Porter, man. I mean, he is managed badly, but his style, I think his style kills. I think his style of fighting is more devastating than how he's been managed, in my opinion.
It's a fan killer. His style is a fan killer. Man.
It's facts, man. I think there's even if he was managed well. I mean, who talks about Sean Porter? No one gets excited about Sean Porter fighting. Oh shit, really? We got to watch that shit. That's only it's just what I hear from people around me. Forever. It's like, oh man, we gotta watch. I don't want to watch that shit. I'll just turn on UFC. I'm serious. This is what people say when they talk about Sean Porter. It's not exciting. It's not conducive to boxing, man. It's just not. It's not exciting, man. He smothers his work. You know what I mean? All he's going to see a whole bunch of headbutting, elbows. Like,
this is what happens. If Sean Porter is the result of a halfback going into boxing.
Oh, that's a good one. Facts.
Halfback going into boxing.
Yep, running back, bro, hitting the hole. Sean Porter's a running back hitting the hole, trying to fight off defenders, tacklers. That's how he fights.
Yeah. Straight up, nigga.
So what do you?
Blue 22 said Hut.
So how do you feel about? So who do you guys got winning? Sean Porter or Danny Swift?
Everybody got Danny Garcia, bro. Everybody over here got Danny.
Subscribers, we got new people in the chat. They don't know who you're picking.
Oh, okay. Ask everybody in the chat too.
Danny with the swift hook.
Okay, so what round? Like, is it a unanimous decision? Is it going to be a close fight? What is it? I mean, let me know, you guys.
Late stoppage, man. I got Danny with the late stoppage. Oh, you
got a stoppage?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been having stoppage.
Wow, man. Damn.
Yeah, late stoppage.
So, wow, man. I mean, late stoppage, man. I mean, that sounds like that could actually be a possibility. I mean, you know what I mean? You got DJ Yo saying he's got Danny Garcia hardened. Says Danny Garcia in 8 rounds. Robert says Sean Porter bull style forehead to the jaw.
Hey, people gonna turn it off if it turns into that.
Oh, shit.
God, man.
Hey, people gonna turn the channel, Corey. If it's turned into that shit, I may turn. If it turns into that, I'm only gonna watch
to that bullshit. Oh yeah. Then you got Blitz 7094 says I think Porter could upset Garcia. Wow. Boxing Counter Elite says Sean Porter. Wow, so you got some people in here saying, Sean Porter. I mean, it's almost 60-40 right now with people picking. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said, it looks like it's gonna be you know what I mean, a good, a pretty good scrap. Blitz 7094. Blitz 7094 says Errol Spence played football as well.
Sean Porter with the sack.
Let me ask people this question though. I'm like, who would you guys rather win though? Not just who you think will win. Who would you rather win? Would you rather have the guy who actually says Errol Spence Jr.'s name without stuttering, or the guy who goes into a seizure?
Or okay, Callie, a better question. Who matches up better with Errol Spence? Danny Garcia or Sean Porter?
Oh, Danny Garcia, bro. No question.
That should be the person that they root for, man.
Yeah.
I mean, the person that's going to match up better with Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence gets stopped early.
Wrestling match, man.
Porter gets stopped early against, you know what I'm saying, Errol Spence.
Yeah, Errol Spence is just going to toss him off and he's going to work that body and going to eventually stop him because he don't really want to fight him anyway. And then I'll be happy because I don't want to watch him fight anymore, man. I think that Sean Porter's a good guy from everything I've seen. Him and his father are fantastic. But I can't watch that shit, man. I can't. I mean, it's just some of the worst fucking boxing I've ever seen in my goddamn life, man. I can't.
Doesn't improve. He doesn't improve.
Hey, I gotta get hey, yo. Hey, y'all, but yeah, man, closing up, man. It's been a long couple hours, man. Damn, man. Closing up, you guys. What's your final thoughts on you know what I mean, everything we talked about? And you know, last but not least, you guys, closing out. Do we see the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight in 2018? Hello? Everybody dropped off, yo. Damn, yo. That's why cowgirls. What's going on, Black Horseman? Y'all cut out too soon, man.
Yeah, I know you said you was closing up, but I know you was closing up like that quick, man. Damn, Corey.
Yo, like, but yeah, hey, welcome back, y'all. I don't know what the fuck happened, man. But closing out though, Black Horseman, I'm gonna get to you first. Do we see the Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua fight in 2018?
Absolutely not.
Ooh. All right, Suleiman. Do we see the Deontay Wilder Anthony Joshua fight 2018? Rapid fire.
Absolutely not.
Wow. Let me finish, Callie. Callie Enigma, do we see the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder in 2018? Rapid fire.
No.
God. All right. With that being said, you guys, what year, you know, this is just a little bit quick synopsis I want to throw at y'all guys before I head out. What year do we see the Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight? Black Horseman, rapid fire. Rapid fire, nigga. This nigga done dropped the gun to fire everything.
I'm stuck between late 2019 and early 2020.
I know 2020 is coming straight to my head as well.
I'm gonna say early 2020.
Suleiman, what year?
No, never. Never gonna happen.
That's boxing for you, huh?
Suleiman, this Suleiman, man.
Oh shit, he said nope, never.
Yo, okay, we got some people in the chat saying DJ Yo said 2019. Harden says 2019. Boxing Counter Elite says 2019. The Jab Effect late 2019. Alex Santos says never. DJ Yo says summer. The Jab Effect, laugh out loud. Okay, so go ahead, Callie Enigma. Win.
Yeah, like I've told you before, 2020. Early 2020, bro. Damn. I told you the first quarter of 2020. I'm sticking by it.
Damn, yo. Hey, yo, Callie Enigma was right about my subscribers. He said I'm going to get to 1,000 in June. It's June. It's looking like it. So, hey, Callie Enigma's got a good assessment of things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, hey, let me get those lottery tickets.
Don't forget, Bob Arum said this thing has to be on pay-per-view, which tells me that this shit is going to be a while, bro.
Damn, so with that being said, you guys, wrapping everything up, man, Callie Enigma, let everybody know where they can truly find you at, man.
You can find me at the Callie Enigma. You can find me at the Callie Enigma Boxing Network, the Callie Enigma 2, and on Twitter and Instagram at the Callie Enigma. Of course, Instagram where Corey Lee's one of Corey Lee's favorite boxers is following me. You know what I mean? Usyk. Now, actually, I am them. I told him to come check your show out, bro.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, man. For real.
I told him you're a big fan, so hopefully he probably follow you something like that soon.
Shout out, yo. But yeah, man. Suleiman, let him know what's up, man. Closing out, man.
Okay, man. Thank you for having me on your panel this show. You can find me at my YouTube channel, Suleiman I Oscar, the professional boxing channel. You can find me on Facebook, Suleiman I Oscar. You can find me on Twitter, Suleiman I Oscar, and you can also find me at Instagram, Suleiman I Oscar. So if anybody wants to know about professional boxing, you could tune in to one of my channels and have a good time.
Wow, thank you, Suleiman. BlackHorseman.com. Let it rip.
Yes, he just said it. BlackHorsePromotions.com. Y'all can, follow my website, Black Horse Promotions, right here on YouTube. And if you go to Google, type in Black Horse Promotions, man. I'm everywhere, man. Twitter, Facebook. I'm all over, Doc. You know what I'm saying? I'm universal, man. So shout out to Corey Lee Boxing. He gonna hit 1,000 subs by this weekend. You know what I mean? So y'all make sure y'all tune in. One of the hottest channels on YouTube, where we cover all the boxing, man, live commentary, and we make that shit crack, man. Black Horse Promotions, I'm out of this bitch.
Yo, man. And with that being said, you guys, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for Cali, Suleiman, and Black Horseman Promotions, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. It's gonna be a fun weekend. It's gonna
Corey,
be a go
let
ahead.
Me say quick. Once again, I said I want to make this push once again. Larissa, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my sister Larissa Dana Johnson. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get her making videos. We need more female content from the boxing standpoint.
So shout out for Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia is gonna do an upset this weekend. I think.
Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about too, you guys. If I head out, we're gonna cover all the fights this weekend, you guys. From the Friday night fights with Clarissa Shields, for facing Hannah, and then we're gonna fight. We're gonna cover, the Martin Murray versus Roberto Garcia and the undercard. Anthony Yard is gonna be on that undercard as well. And then we have Victor Pascal versus Josh Taylor. You'll hear it here first. Here at Corey Lee's Boxing. With that being said, you've just been hit with another banger. And until the next time, you guys, peace. Later.